Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, how are we doing today? Sorry, we're setting up new software. We're setting up Zoom instead of Skype, so give us 1 second, we'll get kicked off. I'm gonna let the screen go for about 5 minutes, and then we'll kick off the Real Talk podcast. Sorry, we're a little bit late. We should be good on audio levels though, but I just want everybody to get a chance to get in here. Let us know that we still exist. Oh, and did you see the overlay, Slaythe?
Yeah, I did. It's awesome.
Awesome. So, let's see. Sweet. And then I tweeted this out. So let's see who's hanging out in chat. We got Sapphire, Dingle Dots, Christine, Twitchy Eyes. What's up, guys? Also, guys, thank you for the host. Milo, Dr. JLad, and let's see, Vash, and Bama Fan, and Doomai, and Cookie Cat, and the Shadow Factor. And let's see. And yeah, just give us about like 3 more. Hey, what's up, Borzo? Who breaks the chat silence today? Oh, by the way, you guys do have mod powers for whenever we do our plug in the middle of the podcast. You will be able to drop the link and spam it as much as you like.
Oh,
Gotcha.
So abuse it while you can.
Abuse it while you can. Don't listen to Milo. Nobody likes her. But anyways, what is up, Bill? How you doing? Thank you for the host, Sapphire. Love your face. Actually, it's alright.
I don't think you should be talking about that. Just saying.
Oh. Shit is about to get real. Fucking with Milo here. What's up, B-Man? How you doing? So, guys, once again, you guys, the guests are here. Harley Quinn bot, please. Don't do this to me.
Is she not coming on?
Apparently not.
Guess we're gonna have to do it by hand again.
My god, I'm almost tired of this frickin' bot. Fuck this
I thought
bot.
it was going good.
Like,
I thought
and
she
then
was alright.
I like it when things just like at least connect. That the Moobot had that going for it, you know?
There she is.
Okay, and then Q and A. Apparently, my own bot doesn't like me. There he goes. It just hates Jesse. Shut up, Bash.
She just knows what's up.
Son of a. Anyways. Alright, guys. Let's see.
Cultured Fool. I like that name.
That's my brother.
Oh, I
Yeah.
really like that name.
Xbox gave him that name.
Wait, it gave him the name? Are you
Yeah.
serious?
Yeah, on Xbox you can just get a default username, and that's what it gave him, and he stuck with it.
Damn, Xbox knows what's up. That's a really great name.
Thank you, Cultured Fool, for the host. That's a really Xbox does that?
Yeah. It gave me Khaki Mantella 46. And apparently a Mantella is a frog.
Khaki Mantella.
Yep.
Khaki Frog.
That's
I
interesting.
gotta say, you got the short end of that.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Xbox is
Please.
yeah. Come on.
I didn't know it did that though. That's really cool. I wonder how it gets those names.
What's up, the Reaper? What's up, KLB? Oh. How are you guys doing? I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. So, guys, we're gonna go ahead and get kicked off. Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Real Talk Podcast, episode 17. We got Mr. Slaythe, Mr. Joel, and Miss Milo Zimmer.
Fliz.
I'm sorry, your deer is in a suit. That's not my
It
fault.
is in a suit. Come on now.
Alright, so
Don't talk shit about it.
guys, just so you know, if you're new to the Real Talk Podcast, basically it is where it's me and 3 other guests, and we take first off, we start off with some topics. We talk about these topics. They're mostly revolved around Twitch, and they're geared towards the social interactions of Twitch, and things of that nature. Let's see. But other than that, my name is Jesse, and let me introduce our first guest. We have, let's see, I will start off with Mr. Slaythe. Your turn.
Hello there.
Tell us what you're about, what your channel's about. Guys, in the chat, if you could show us some hearts if you're following Mr. Slaythe. I don't know why I'm saying Mr. and Mrs. behind everybody's name, but I'm just gonna go with it. But guys, show us hearts if you're following Slaythe. And Slaythe, what's your channel about? What are you about? And what have you been up to? And what do you plan on doing? And whatnot? Give us a breakdown.
So I've been grinding kind of the same games for the past few months, and recently I decided to be more about variety. So that's new to me. I mostly play Japanese games, and yeah, that's what I do. Put an accent on interaction with my chat, and that's pretty much about it. Good at fighting games, and I try not to give up, and usually I play the game on the hardest difficulties, and even if I completely suck at them, so that it's fun.
Word. Alright. And then next up we got, let's see, we got Dr. J Lad, Joel. Tell us what you've been up to, what you've been doing, what you've been about, what do you plan on doing. And guys, once again, if you follow Dr. J Lad, Mr. Dr. J Lad, that just sounds weird. But if you guys could give him some hearts, if you follow him, show your support. And
So I'm not a real doctor. I'd like to lead off with that. But yeah, pretty much I stream any and everything. A lot of first-person shooters. I just got into like roguelike games. So I like a lot of Isaac. I've been playing FTL a lot and that sort of thing. But yeah, I usually stream late night on the East Coast, like from like 12 to 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. But yeah, I think that's about it for me.
Word. Alright, and then last but not least, most of you may know this damn deer, Milo Zafir. What have you been up to? What have you been about? Or what are you about? And what do you plan on?
Being about?
I don't even know what I'm.
Don't even know where
Shut
we're
up,
going.
dear. Go.
I'm Milo. I'm currently playing Lego Lord of the Rings, and I'm doing a co-op of Portal 2 with Dingle Dots. What I'm about? Nothing, really. I have absolutely no plan whatsoever. I start every stream on the fly. I'm usually really late night. I do the occasional morning stream, but I start around 10:30 Pacific time, and then I go for a couple of hours. But at this point, that's it. I have nothing else to say.
Oh my god, this deer. So, alright guys, just to kick us off tonight, let's see, I will take the first topic here, and then we will move on from there. Let's see, my first topic is going to be a very complicated one. I hope you guys are totally okay with, or you can feel free to be a little bit private about this one, but how was your local life, what most people would call your real life, compared to your online life? Now, this sounds very odd, but in real life, in the real life or local area I live in, I can't say I'm the most social person. Thank you, Sam, for the host. But I can't say I'm the most social person. I'm very quiet. I'm very sarcastic. Very, I don't know, kind of an asshole. Even more so.
What's different online?
Hmm?
What's different online?
That's yeah. Son of a bitch. That's why I said even more so of an asshole offline. So, with me being online and being on Twitch, I'm able to express myself more, through streaming. I feel like it's more of like an expression of art, and I'm able to be more open and being able to be more like real and let people know what's on my mind. But truth be told, it's like, you know, when I'm like, I feel like a completely different person. Like, is what this boils down to. It's like I feel like somewhat a completely different person compared to my local life, compared to my online life. And, you know, whereas my online life, I'm kind of explosive, I'm kind of energetic, and where, you know, in my local life, I'm just like, I'm very chill and not giving a fuck about anybody else. I don't know. Does that sound weird? I mean, what about you guys? Who wants to take this one? If any
I'll
of
take
you-
it. I think I'm kind of the same way. Where it's like, you know, when you're online, you're more of an animated version of yourself. Whereas, you know, when you're just when you're with regular people, you don't need to be as much because they know you, they know your personality longer, and that sort of thing. Like when you're streaming, you're trying to be entertaining, you're trying to keep people, you know, basically in your stream entertained, and you're being a larger than life sort of version of yourself, I guess.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. You know, it's just so funny that like I'm overly chill, and then like I'm overly like somewhat explosive on stream, and then, you know, it just feels so. I don't want to come off as, maybe I'm more fake to the people in my local life than I am, because I'm able to express myself more in streaming and whatnot, and it, you know, kind of, because this is an easier medium for me to talk to as well. What about you, Milo? Go.
Well,
Fake and asshole. Fuck you, Milo.
well, I don't know. I've been told by people in shit actually, that I have a very different personality when I'm not streaming myself as opposed to when I'm streaming. However, I don't feel like I really put on a front. I mean, when I'm streaming, I try and be a little more entertaining because people are there to join me for something that I want to do. I'm obviously going to be happy to do it, but I don't necessarily feel like I'm completely different. I'm not really fake, but I guess I try and show the better parts of myself when I'm streaming. You know what I mean?
Word. What about you, Slaythe? What about? Yeah.
When I first started, I was probably trying to be a bit more cheerful or a bit more energetic than I usually am. And the more I streamed, the more I decided to discard that mask and just be myself, because when you try to be somebody else every day, then it's just not fun. And I know some people do this and they consider this either a job and they have to be like comedians and whatnot. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, but personally I felt like Twitch is not about being a comedian, it's about connecting with people that come for you, and that's the thing. You don't have to change anything because there's hundreds of people that are on Twitch anyway. So if they don't like you, they're not gonna watch you, they're gonna watch anybody else. So you might as well be yourself and try to connect with people. You're not, if they want to come to your channel, chances are, unless it's a random host or they clicked randomly, they might have some similar interest with you, whether it's the game or the kind of playstyle that you have or whatever. So you can bond from that, and I think it's probably easier to bond with people online through Twitch than any other real life, as you call it, event.
Yeah. Well, I put real life because I feel like everybody's real, in my opinion, and that's my theory, my take on it.
We are all in your head,
No.
Jesse. We don't exist.
We're all robots.
God damn it, I hate you all. Now, what I
Like
did...
you feel like you're fake with the people in your life, like.
not really. It's just like I don't know.
You're
Maybe
not fake, but you're forced to deal with certain convention.
there
are people you're forced to deal with, and out of respect, and you're forced.
Yeah.
To, okay, well, I have to work with this person, even though I don't like that person.
Yeah.
You're forced to. Online, you cannot do whatever you want. You don't like that person, you don't have to do anything with them. So
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Is that like I started working again, and I realized how quiet nature I can be because I just don't give a shit about my coworkers, I suppose. Like, like I sound like a horrible person. Well, I am, but that's beside the point. But like it's like I'm very well mannered, very quiet, and where I'm on stream, I'm like I don't give a fuck, I don't give a shit, I don't give a fuck. No, but like that type of deal. Like I can't, and to where I'm like I'm not you know, I guess at the same time though, when I'm on stream, I'm playing games, I'm having fun, whereas work is just it's work, you know. So maybe that could be another thing, as well as like I really don't have the close connection that I do have with my local friends anymore, and as well as I'm able to you know, just express like because I find streaming is like a form of art where I'm able to express myself more, and people are, you know, more willing and caring to understand and than, you know, and understand, like, I guess the art behind streaming, I guess. Shut up, Milo.
It's kind of like there's things you can do on stream that would not be socially acceptable, like in your regular day life. Like, you know, if I'm playing Isaac and I die 45 times and I'm screaming and cursing and breaking things, I wouldn't do that if if I'm at work and I sent a banned email. You know what I mean? It's so you can kind of do whatever you want online, whereas you can't do that in your regular day-to-day life.
Yeah, I think that's one of the things. I swear to God, I want to be able to greet people every day at work and be like, ladies and gentlemen, 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 without them judging me. Hopefully, but
I say do it anyway. Just walk into your work. Just say that one day. I'm sure you'll get everybody's attention.
But like, you know, it's funny is like I feel, you know, I guess it's like Joel said, you so should, Jesse. Maybe one day, but please do it, dude.
On your
I'm
last
gonna
day
get
at
some
work, you should do that.
Ladies and gentlemen, like my last day at work's gonna go like this: ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, fuck off. Like, just gonna go like that.
Please record that, please. Share it with the people. We need
Never
to see
mind.
this.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily that you're fake. It's just that you have different personalities for different situations. This is more laid back, or, well, not laid back, but this is more entertaining for you to do, so you like to do it more. Work is work, so you have to be more professional. Your friends in real life are not really people you connect with anymore, so you're more laid back because you're not excited about it, you know?
Yeah.
It's just different situations, I think.
Yeah. Maybe one day I'll go out like that. Maybe. No, I'm really excited. I appreciate you guys giving me the idea.
Why do you don't blame us? You're the one who came up with it.
I'm never gonna get that reference. Guys. Oh my god. But another part while I was asking is, you know, like how separate you guys are from your stream to your local life. Is the other part I was gonna ask is, how do you guys feel like your local life affects your online life, or vice versa? Because I'm not gonna lie, one of the things, like, you know, like, for example, I don't know about you guys, I've been burnt out and like on streaming, and then I've been burnt, like, you know, like I've been through unemployment and all this other crazy stuff to where I don't want to stream as much and all this other stuff, like when I moved and I had no job for a little bit and I didn't want to stream as much. I felt like a little bit down in the dumps and I didn't want to show my face. Like, I was just like, don't look at me, you know, type deal. So it kind of really burnt me out, and needed to sit back and, like, you know, take a look at life and see what kind of things matter to me, and see about getting a job and getting re-employed and all that again. And, you know, and then there's times where, like, I feel like at a certain point, I mean, it's true and it's gonna happen, like when you're so invested in online life that you just don't have enough of a local social life, to where, you know, it's led me to be disconnected with my friends at a certain point. And, you know, it sounds kind of depressing, but that's kind of true. But at the same time, I've made better friends with people on Twitch than I have, you know, with my local friends. And just I'm sure we've all kind of gone through this problem. Now, I don't know if anything's been as dramatic as, you know, people losing jobs or anything, and then being unemployed and then being re-employed and having to stream under, you know, these depressing conditions, I suppose, and try not to express that. Because, like, one of the things I always tell myself is to not stream when I'm in a bad mood or stream in a depressing mood. Well, there was almost a month of me not seeing, you know, because I needed to just sort things out for myself and, like, take care of myself. What about you, Slaythe? Did you have anything like that going on? I know this might get deep.
Yeah, I went through similar things. I'd say that now, I actually met really good friends and more on Twitch. There are some people I consider like brothers. I might have kind of discarded most of my social life as in started as of my real friends, per se, as in real life friends that I made. I don't see much of them, which I don't regret because I'm fine. It's in my normal life and on my online life, I'm pretty much the same person. That wasn't the case like a year ago, but now I'm happy. And if something goes bad in my real life, that's cool because I have people who support me on Twitch or on on online websites or whatever, and that's fine. If I'm in a bad mood, I still feel like I should still stream if I said I would. I shouldn't be trying to hide that I'm in a bad mood, but I should still try to keep a decent face and not let my bad mood take over, I would say. And streaming can help actually get over it and actually feel better. So,
Has your stream ever taken over a part of like your life? Like, let's say your friends want to go out, but you're like, no, I gotta stream or something. Like, have you ever had to balance them out?
yeah, so that starts at one point where you're not necessarily happy with your regular life, so you'd better just stay home and stream, be with other people, and you need balance in your life. But that doesn't mean that preferring to be on Twitch is worse than going out drinking or whatever.
Yeah, for sure.
I never drank anyway, so yeah. When my friends want to go out, I'm like, sure, I can if I haven't seen them in a while, but they're having fun through ways that I don't necessarily share, so I'm good.
To be the designated driver.
That's exactly what I am, which I don't mind, but it's just, yeah. I don't
Well,
think
sometimes
there's
that's
yeah.
sometimes that's the fun part because you could see them do really stupid stuff and you can
No,
record
of
it.
course, and I still do it, but I'm just, I will see them like, I don't know, once or twice a week, not more.
Yeah.
Like 2 years ago, I would see them pretty much every single day, and that definitely changed, and I don't regret it. Once or twice is good, more is actually annoying, but
Yeah, well, that's good.
What about you, Milo? Anything
Me?
you've been through, like you've taken a break or anything? Like, is that I mean, mind you, answer at your own pace.
Well, I like a break from streaming in general, or Twitch. I had to take a break a while ago because my laptop completely shit out on me, so I had to take like a month-long hiatus from not only streaming but from Twitch as well because the computer I had to use in the meantime was a potato. So until I was able to build up my own rig, I was gone. And it sucked. I still kept in touch with people, but it wasn't the same. Yeah, it was not good.
Was not good.
Well, I mean, it's not like, I mean, I have things that I gotta do in my real life too. I got school, I got work, I got shit to do. But like, coming back home at the end of the day, being able to talk to people on Twitch, on, just on chat or even streaming, that was a good way to wind down a lot of the time. And not having that, it kind of sucked. I mean, I still found ways to relax and shit, obviously, but it was nice. It's nice having Twitch as an option, and not having it fucked up that entire month for me.
Yeah. No, like, I'm not gonna lie. I almost feel like maybe I'm too lazy to interact with my local friends, but there was a part, like I said, I was without a job and without money, and then they always wanted to go out, and then, it's also, going out involves not only spending money, but wasting gas, and then, like every little bit thing costs money, and it's just like, whereas, with you guys, I could, with a lot of you, I could just be like, hey, let's get on a Skype call. Let's hang out. What have you been up to? You know, how's it going? But what about you, Joel?
I mean, Twitch has never gotten in the way of my real life. Real life's gotten in the way of Twitch and that sort of thing. Like I had stomach issues a couple months back. I didn't stream for months, and I just started getting back into it in the last, I don't know, 5 or 6 weeks. But I think a lot of it too, though, is like when you need social interaction just in your life, and like everybody wants that. And I think Twitch kind of fulfills that need, where it's like you just have less desire to do those things. Like you don't need as much to go out and see people, because you are interacting with other people every time you stream. So I think a lot of it is like I wouldn't say that I've ever chosen Twitch over doing things, but I haven't actively sought out doing things because I just don't need it anymore, if that makes sense.
No, it totally makes sense. Like I totally feel you. Like I hope everything's all right with the stomach complications and all that. Like, hope you're doing all right. Also, you're a doctor. You didn't perform surgery on yourself, right?
Yeah, I had to figure it out myself.
But no, you know, it's just something that concerned to me. Like I guess it just happened as soon as I was thinking about like when I started my new job, and I felt like I was just very quiet, straight to the point with these people. I'm just like, you guys are, I don't know, kind of lame compared to the people I know on Twitch sometimes. I don't tell them that, but, you know, one day I will. But, anyways, let's see. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Milo wants to go, right? Want to go on the next topic?
Well, this is a topic that came up on Mustachio's thing, and they answered it pretty quick, but it actually kind of stuck with me, and I wanted to know what you guys thought. What is more important to you? And I'm going to elaborate on the question as it was asked. Being a professional streamer or being an entertaining streamer? Now, obviously, you want a balance of the two, but in terms of what that means to you, what do you place your importance on? Do you want to be entertaining at the cost of being yourself? Or entertaining just being a comedian, or just someone fun to watch, or professional in terms of having a good-looking stream, not necessarily being a good streamer, but having a good-looking stream, good equipment, or being a good streamer? What does that entail for you? What is better, professionalism or entertainment?
This is a really hard question, quite honestly.
Yeah.
I have no idea. Like, part of me feels professional, and then part of me feels entertaining. So, if anybody wants to take this, Slaythe?
Yeah, I'm not sure what the question is. Do you ask us if we would take professionalism over entertainment? Or what's our take on it, like, personally, what we do?
Like, do you want to run your stream, like, professionally, or do you want to be entertaining? Like, or is it more important to be entertaining?
I think a lot of streamers are trying to do both at the same time. Like, they try to improve
and that's it.
while being entertaining. But do you mean, like, if you would rather pick one out of the other?
Like, I mean, obviously you want to have a mix of the two, but let's say, I don't know, some shit goes down and you have to pick one over the other.
Okay.
You could have, like, a really shit stream, but you're entertaining, or have good quality stuff.
Yeah.
But,
a few months ago, I would have picked the quality. But now, I would definitely pick the entertainment, because there's a thing, when you realize that you're actually connecting with the person, it doesn't really matter if it looks good or if it's perfect or whatnot. So,
yeah. Well, then, and as a follow-up to that, because you pick entertaining, would you be entertaining at the cost of being yourself?
Yeah, of course. That's what I talked about in the beginning. I was like,
yeah.
At first, and wasn't really myself, and after a few months of doing that, you lose yourself. So definitely, I would be myself without any regret.
That's good.
I would say, I mean, I think without a doubt, it would be more so wanting to be entertaining, because a lot of it is like I want to have fun streaming, and if I'm sitting there and all I'm worried about is the quality and I'm not enjoying myself, you know, and I feel like, you know, if I'm entertaining people, I'm enjoying myself more as it is. So like I think without a doubt it'd be entertaining, and in that way you're having fun, everybody there is having fun watching you. So I think unequivocally, like without a doubt, it'd be entertaining.
See, I don't know. Like, there's part of me that wants to say entertaining, and part of me wants to say professionalism. Like, it's
Well, because I know you put a lot of time into your stream, which is a good thing, and you always want to
Yeah.
put some time into it. But like, I know some people who aren't very good people persons, and that's just how they are. They're really great people, but they're not very good at being the entertaining part. So like that was my question. Like, do you want to be entertaining to the point where you're just not happy, but then you go back to just being yourself and you're not a very good streamer? All you have to show is your professionalism.
well. One of the things I will say is that I want to be entertaining to the point where I'm still happy. First off, like,
Yeah.
I don't want to stress myself out and do things over the top. Like, I know there's people who do, like, like me. All I want to say is I want to have fun with my stream and do what I think is fun. And at a certain point, I think if you know, how do I say? I don't want to be entertaining and professionalism is just a matter of the overlays. I just like doing images and making shit look pretty, honestly. Yeah. But I think in the end of the day, if you're having fun with your stream, then that's all that really matters. Because you will be like, I don't know anybody who's having fun with your game and has not been entertaining about it, you know? Like, I feel like it should just be something that comes naturally. I don't want you to go out of your way and be like, I gotta be super over explosive and all this stuff. Like, I do this because that's how I feel. Like, you know?
I think another way to phrase the question might be, if you had to choose between having just your face cam, that's it, or having, you know, a beautiful overlay, 1080p, 60 frames a second, graphics, everything, whatever game, like, would you rather have that and, you know, have no mic and no cam, and you just have your game, your overlays, everything like that? Or would you rather have just your face, you know, just the moneymaker, and that's it, and no game, and you just have to sit there and entertain?
Well, calling it the moneymaker, obviously.
I mean, I do. But I mean, I think
there are some streams that do that, where they have their face like big blown up and the game like in a little corner. But at the same time, you gotta remember that Twitch is for games. Like, you could have just the game on the screen, no face cam, but I think you could still get yourself across. But it just depends on the person, how they're and I guess at that point you really got to play out your enthusiasm in your voice, because the people can't see it in your face, so you got to play it out in your voice. It just depends on the stream, I guess.
I mean, like, I don't like I don't know. I think those are two extremes, and like, you gotta have both regardless. Like, a little bit of both regardless. Obviously, you're gonna get booted off Twitch if you just have your face cam on stream all the time. And you know, and then, you know, obviously nobody's gonna watch you if you're just like, hey guys, welcome to my stream, and like that shit drives me nuts personally. But like, you know, like, I think you gotta have a right balance of both that works for you. But in the end, I think it's all just about being yourself and having fun. And then, if you know, people will probably be entertained if you know, if you're just having fun. However, I will say one thing is that you can't change is the personality of a streamer. And like, you can have a really bad personality and really good graphics, and I don't think it'll get you anywhere. If you have really bad graphics and you're a really entertaining person, well, shoot, we can improve your graphics. We can find somebody to do that. We can't change who you are as a person, you know? So
we can try.
God damn it.
May I ask something?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What's your take on esports players and speedrunners that don't necessarily, you know, interact with chat or don't really share much of their personalities? There's a lot of them who barely have a mic, or they have a mic if they need to say something, but
and especially like for some speedrunners,
they're being extremely successful, and I mean, in the thousands viewers of range, like something crazy. They don't have fancy overlays, they don't have cams or anything. They don't share anything of their personalities.
But
at that
point,
I
think it's the stream itself, the game, like seeing the. At that point, I don't think it might be for the streamer, but it's more for the game. Like, okay, if it was a very popular Super Mario 64 streamer got popular on speedrunning this game suddenly switched to speedrunning something completely not the same, they would probably lose a good portion of their viewers because they're there for the game and not the streamer. I mean, those guys, the ones that get really popular, and being a speedrunner, if you're good, you can get popular fast. Sometimes their chat is going so fast you can't even read it. Like, it's great for them to be so popular. It's awesome, but at that point, speedrunners, I think, are on a completely different category than casuals.
So basically, your question was more directed towards casual, like, as a whole.
Yeah, because I mean, speedrunning, that's a completely different ball game, and I respect speedrunners the hell out of them. I could never do it, and I wouldn't try. The questions I ask are mainly pertaining to casual runners, which is what we are.
Casual runners.
Casual
walkers.
We should get some speedrunners. We can ask them these questions.
Yeah, I mean, anything that you do at a high level, people will watch, but then they're only going to watch you do that thing at that level. So it's like, I watch a lot of Call of Duty streams, and it's the same thing. You see them, the competitive players all left Twitch to go to MLG.TV, and then what they found was basically anytime, except for like, the most popular guys, anytime they try to play something else, nobody wants to watch. They're there just for Call of Duty. They don't necessarily care about that particular streamer or what it might be. They just want to see Call of Duty, and if you're not playing that, then they're not watching. So now you see them coming back to Twitch from MLG because they want to be watched doing other things.
Yeah, it just depends. Like, honestly, I think, I guess it's like Milo said, it's a whole nother category. Speedrunning and the professional FPS and the professional MOBA players and all that. It's all about being good for the game for these people, because like, especially for the PvPs and the competitive sports and esports and all that. Yeah, it's all about the game. It's not necessarily about the stream itself. It's not about the stream quality necessarily or the personality. It's about their gameplay. So I mean, there's different kinds of professionalism, I guess, but for casualness, I would say entertaining, but still being professional helps a lot too, and getting a good look, because whether people believe it or not, when people go into a stream, the first thing they see is your overlay, how you set things up. Do they make sense? And does it look pretty? Does it, make a cohesive thought? And they're gonna think in 2 seconds, oh, this stream looks pretty good, or oh, this stream looks like crap, and and figure it out if they want to stay there from there. Like I guess I would say there is a little bit of curb appeal in professionalism, which would get people to stay, and then if they want to stay a little bit longer and then figure out if they like you or not. But overall, your personality is something hard to change. I'm not going to tell Slaythe, hey, you should be explosive like me, or anything like that. I'm not going to say, hey, you need to be more entertaining as a person. It's just one of those things that comes naturally or something like that. It's just, I don't know, it's weird.
But be honest, though, some form of professionalism is needed. I mean, if you see a stream that has, like, if they're playing a really good game that you really love, but their FPS is like 6, you might not stick around no matter how entertaining.
That is...
Yeah, like, some part of it is, the game is important at some part. No matter how entertaining a person is, if you can't really watch the game, you're just like, no.
Let's go with the balance. If you're this entertaining, you could drop the stream quality a little bit lower. if you're this professional, you could have your entertaining factor go down. Let's go with the balance.
A mathematic thing for that.
I don't know. Let's go with the scale system.
I know that this question took up a lot of time, but if I could ask another one, a real quick one, just
sure.
How important to you guys are gimmicks?
Oh, I had this question too.
Oh, yeah.
Everybody right now is dyeing or shaving their head. Like you see it all the time. People, I'm gonna dye my hair. I'm going to shave my head. Yeah. And it drives me nuts. But at the same time, I guess it's all about like if they're having fun. If somebody's going to have fun dyeing their hair pink, and it's going to be entertaining to their people, and people are going to get a kick out of it, and they're going to have fun, I mean, go for it. But to me, it seems like a lot of people are just doing these things just so they can say, I'm going to do it.
Right. Or like some people set a bar. They're like, I'll do this if I get so-and-so things.
Yeah,
This and this thing. Which isn't a bad thing, I guess, but I was just curious what you guys thought of them.
Like, you
Like, I
mean
have no
like a
opinion.
regular gimmick? Like, oh,
Well,
hey, every day I'm
like
gonna
some-
bring out a hammer or something stupid, or I don't know.
Well, some people do that for gimmicks. But I mean, some people have stream gimmicks, like oh, if we get this today, we'll do the thing, or oh, you're at hashtag Team Not Jesse's place, like that. That is kind of a gimmick. That is a gimmick of your place. It's not maybe a big one, but it is something that started on your stream that you can recall, and people will know about it because you're known for it. You know what I mean?
Shit, I have a gimmick.
It's not a bad thing. It's not a bad thing. It's something to keep. Like in some ways, it's a way to keep your stream. It's a way to connect to your chat in some ways, because they're like, "Oh, I was there for that. I get what that means," you know.
I don't know. I don't feel like that's necessarily a gimmick as much as it's, I don't know, more just like a community building type of thing. Like I guess I get what you're saying, that it can be considered a gimmick, but to me, a gimmick is something that you like that you wouldn't have done otherwise. Like, you know, having a community name or the hashtag Not Team Jesse, like that sort of thing. Like I don't feel like that's necessarily a gimmick. Like something going over the top is.
Oh, so like you think like gimmicks are like something that you do for the moment.
Yeah. I feel like it's just something that you wouldn't have done otherwise, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like when the hashtag Team Not Jesse thing just kind of happened, and like one of the things I will say is that I used to have this really stupid dragon called Deep Throat on my stream.
Whoa! Don't be talking shit about Deep Throat.
What? I mean, look at this thing. This is the dragon called Deep
Push
Throat.
the button. Push the button. Please.
Anyways,
Terrific. Thank
but
you.
like, yeah, even then, like that used to be a thing, because like they found it on my shelf and back before I had a green screen, and they're like, "What the fuck is that?" I was like, "Oh, it's Deep Throat the Dragon." And everybody like loved it, and it was the mascot of the stream. But let's see. As far as like, I don't know, like, I'm not big on gimmicks myself. Like, at most, I wear a tie for the podcast because I like ties, not because I like, you know, I wanted to be a gimmick or anything. It's
And
just,
yet you don't wear pants for it.
cameras waist high for a reason. Damn it, Milo. Oh.
I didn't hear you denying it. I'm pleased.
Oh, but anyways, how do you feel about Slaythe? Do you got any gimmicks? You got like a ton, don't you?
Personally, I don't. Nothing against them if they're done in a smart way. Like recently, there's been this future men gaming that is pretty much relying on gimmicks, and I think is pretty smart and well done. I would be against it when the streamers trying to push them though, and trying to force them on his viewers. Like, oh, let's do this. If it kind of like intrudes the home stream and the game or whatever, I think it's not welcome. But personally, I have nothing against them. It all depends to the streamers.
Yeah.
Personally, I don't use them either. I don't think it's needed. You can add to the stream, but as Bill was saying, Doctor, sorry, you don't like. Those are things that you do with your community, no matter what. It's not necessarily gimmicks, I would say.
Yeah, it's funny actually now that you mentioned Future Man Gaming, because we were talking about let's see, I was having a discussion with some people and saying, you know, there's people who stream to like just stream themselves, and they, you know, kind of keep it real, they kind of keep it mellow, they just are themselves on stream. And then there's some people who do it to be entertaining. Now, do you feel like it's you said you don't feel like there's anything wrong if they do it just solely for the purpose of it's a show? I am Future Man Gaming. I am, you know, from the future, and they go on with this whole routine, as well as Ezekiel III. He's got his whole Berserker thing, which, you know, I find them very entertaining. Like, but at the same time, like more and more, I'm going away from those streams because their gimmicks are getting old for me personally. But you know, like nothing against them or anything, but it's just like they're still very entertaining every once in a while when I do stop by. But it's like I don't know. It's
Yeah,
just
you've seen it, and it's kind of repetitive at some point.
yeah, like I get burnt out on it, and I don't know.
Yeah,
That's how I feel about
you
gimmicks.
cannot try to build the whole stream around it, even though it can work, obviously, but I don't think it's a smart idea because then you might get new viewers that are very into it in the beginning, but then your regulars grow tired of it.
So the lesson is keep your gimmicks fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah, streams always have to evolve. But like even with like Future Man, like I love what he was doing. He created a character. He made it something different on Twitch. Twitch needs different things because there's there's a lot of the same stuff. They need different personalities and that sort of thing. But like with him, even as soon as he got partnered, he started streaming every day, and it looked like he got tired of it. It looked like he got tired of the gimmick. So I feel like once it's not fun anymore, like once you're not enjoying that character, you need to do something to like Milo said, you have to keep it fresh and evolving and kind of change it.
Yeah. Now, you guys talked about good gimmicks and bad gimmicks. What is there a line you guys would draw the gimmicks at? Like you know, like everybody said, I have Team Not Jesse as a gimmick, but I honestly don't even feel like that's a gimmick or anything. And, you know,
Raid.
Oh shit, Raid. But you know, welcome Raiders in a sec. But yeah, what would be the line for you guys as far as gimmicks goes? That things you wouldn't do as far as gimmicks or would do as far as gimmicks?
Anything that stops the stream every 2 seconds. Like if some viewers does this or whatnot, and I don't know. There's been some, I'm not sure if we can call them gimmicks, but I would include it in that, with donations and whatnot, where literally every 2 seconds the stream stopped, and at some point it's like, it's not even worth watching because there's no show, there's no gameplay, there's nothing. It's just never-ending interruptions, and I felt very irritating to watch this kind of streams, where you have those low, very loud, alerts every 2 seconds, and
Shit.
yeah, I don't know. Personally,
It's my
when I watch
stream.
it, I get very annoyed after like 10 minutes. So
Yeah, no. Admittedly, I have very loud alerts, and I've been turning
not
those
you.
down.
I'm talking about never-ending alerts, like literally every 2 seconds. I'm not gonna give names necessarily, but I was trying to enjoy a stream, and then the quality was great, but at some point it's just very irritating. So
Yeah,
And sometimes
no.
people do gimmicks for like donation incentives, which isn't a bad thing depending on like the donation thing. Like when you're raising money for an organization and you want people to come in and donate money, you're like, if I get a $20 donation, I'll take a shot. If I get 30, I'll do so and so. If I get 100, I'll shave my head. I don't know, like those kind of gimmicks.
I'm not speaking for particular occasions or fundraising or stuff like this. I'm talking about streams that are like this.
Only.
Yeah,
every
in
day.
general. Yeah.
Ah,
Yeah,
okay.
now
They're very popular streams, and every 2 seconds the game that they're streaming is stopped, and they're doing whatever they do every time. And not just for donations, because as people getting money, it's important, but for smaller things, it's very irritating. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
But that's just me.
No, luckily I've never been on streams like that, so I don't have an opinion on that, but I can imagine how, like, it'd be funny the first few times, and after a while I'd be like, play the fucking game! Like, I'm here to see you play this game, please.
Yeah. So basically, you just don't want it to take away from the cast too much. Is what I'm hearing.
Yeah, you have to be grateful to people helping out the stream, but I think they should have, like, at the end of the stream, they should thank everybody, talk with them, and if they're very successful, like the way they are, and it has to interrupt the stream every 3 seconds, you need to come up with a better solution, I think.
Would you guys ever consider doing gimmicks? And if yeah, what kind of gimmicks would you do? Where would you draw the line is a good question.
I think that was my question.
Oh, is it? No, you asked what are good or bad gimmicks.
Oh, well, I asked them where they would draw the line. You were paying
I
attention.
think I heard
Yeah, right? Back
Don't
me up
throw me
on
under
this,
the
bro.
bus! Come on! Oh.
Milo, you tried to steal that one. That's
Oh,
not
I did. I did.
Look,
then.
I'm not
I
mad
guess
at you.
I did.
good. And I can answer, so that's not my turn anymore.
Alright, what
Sorry.
about Dr. J-Lat? Where would you draw the line, since both of us asked that, apparently?
I mean, I don't know. I think like I said, to me, it's all kind of it has to be entertaining and it has to be fresh and it can't be just you can't be doing the same thing over and over again. What it is, I guess, just all depends on the streamer, their stream, what's happening, and that sort of thing. I guess maybe if somebody were to say, "Give me $1,000 and I'll go on ChatterBait," that's where I draw the line.
Yeah, like
That was a joke. I don't think anybody's really said that, guys. I was just
I,
joking.
I, I, will, I, will,
Let me just.
I will say I get really annoyed when there's like donation incentives on a regular basis. Like, oh hey, donate $5 and I'll dance like a chicken, or dance like a monkey. I really, it's like you're monetizing gimmicks at that point. It's just like I don't know. It's really just I don't know, fake, and you just like, hey, you wiggle money in front of my face, I'll wiggle back at you. Or it's just
I feel like trying to monetize, doing anything. I feel like trying to monetize a stream too much in general can be bad.
Yeah.
Like I feel like I think that's probably the line. It's just if you're trying too much, if that's what it's all about, that's when it gets bad.
Yeah, like I don't know. I'm really strict on my like, hey, you don't have to donate. I don't expect you to donate. But if you do donate, I will thank you. I will be greatly appreciative. But I'm not gonna shake my ass for donations or anything stupid. You know, I'm not getting rid of my dignity. There's no price on that. But let's see. Let's see. I believe that's it for Milo's topic. Let's move on to Slaythe's topic. What do you got for us this evening?
Let's see.
I know it's 3 a.m. for you.
It's actually 4.
Oh, 4. My bad.
That's great. So let's see. What did I want to? I think we kind of talked about it because I actually had any questions earlier. It was directed at esports and stuff like this. So we kind of talked about it already. It was pretty much.
Well, if you want to elaborate more on it, feel free to.
Sure. So yeah, basically, it was what's your take on streamers that don't necessarily make any efforts in terms of streaming? Just start a stream, play their games for 9 hours, and that's it. And they're extremely successful with this because they have a good relationship with other famous streamers, and not necessarily because they put any effort in the stream themselves.
So you're basically like saying like what's my take on people who network really well, and they're basically relying on the people they know rather than improving their stream.
They don't necessarily rely on those people. They're also good at the games they play, but they don't put any effort into the streaming aspect. They just show themselves on playing, basically. So we talked about this earlier. It's about skill versus entertainment per se. As in, they don't try to be entertaining. They just stream their games.
Yeah, but they're playing their games at their professional level, right? Though
not necessarily professional now. No, just being good at the game.
I will say, if they're not entertaining, they better be damn good, like esports level and speedrunner level, I guess. But that's just me personally. I'm not. Then again, I don't even watch those streams, so it's hard for me to really comment on those. I personally love an entertaining and an interactive streamer myself.
Basically, my question is that...
My question's dead.
Sorry, it's like there are people when you're trying to make a stream a place where they share with people and they try to entertain and share their thoughts on the game and whatnot. And
yeah.
There are people who just play a game and know some very famous streamers.
Alright. You know what? Let's do hashtag blame Milo for that.
Blame Milo?
Yeah.
What? No. Oh. Wow. That's a lot of. Oh. I can't help
That was a lot of what? I didn't see that. Anyways, but
I think I get what you mean. Where some streamers are riding on the coattails of others to get big.
well, yeah, I think if anything, I have more of a problem with that where people like because not even in just streaming in general, like, but I've known people where their whole goal in life was like, it's not about what you do, it's about the people you know, the connections you make, and all that. And admittedly,
connections are important. That's not really the networking aspect. I'm criticizing. It's the fact like they could be working hard on their streams and have good networking. It goes in pairs.
Yeah,
we're all trying to network anyway. That's not what I'm blaming. It's just there's a clear lack of effort in the streaming part where they just play a game barely, and they're
But that's the
not
thing.
casters per se. But
Eventually, though, like I think their following will wise up to them and be like, you know what, this person's actually kind of lame. I mean,
but
sure they'll keep
that's what you would think. That's what you would think. The reason I bring it up is because there's many more streamers every day like this. Like, you probably don't watch them because I watch them just because some friends of mine are kind of like this, and I'm not criticizing them as persons. Just that as streamers, they don't try to be casters and doing anything more than just playing their games in their teams and doing PvP and whatnot, and getting extreme success just doing this while not trying to be more as streamers. And there's many people that get crazy success just doing this.
Well,
Yeah.
So yeah, it makes you think, well, should you try then to be an entertainer? Because apparently, it's my question basically. Like, what do you think?
quite honestly, I've thought about how much effort I put into my stream, and then I see people who were like less entertaining, less professional, less like everything, and then I mean, there's people who are good at their games. At least they're like very competitive, or they're speedrunners. I understand those factors. They're more about the games themselves than the.
But there's a lot of people in between.
Yeah.
They're not at the professional level.
Yeah.
They're not world record owners. They're just
Yeah.
and they're
And unfortunately, like, or take this as a will. Like, maybe you don't feel like they deserve that many viewers compared to like.
no, that's not what I'm saying. They definitely deserve it, as in they are successful, so that means the people want to watch that. So that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's like a different need from people that sometimes it's hard to accept. As in, so many people just want to watch the game being played, and not necessarily streamers as entertainers.
But see, like at that point, I feel like you should. I mean, yeah, you want to be there for when it happens, but maybe you'd be better off watching a Let's Play. I feel like Twitch is a place for you to see the live game, but also to interact with the streamer, be there, so you're there for the reactions and talk to them. It's a good way to meet people, but also to. It's not just for the game, which is the point that we made earlier. It would never be just about the game on Twitch.
Yeah,
If you're gonna just do it for the game, watch a Let's Play.
But there's an audience base behind games as well. Like, I will play a fresh release game, and I will build an audience based on that. And then if I was to maybe continue with this fresh release game for a while, and then it was to build its own community or something. On top, like the Dark Souls community. I swear to God, you play Dark Souls,
Bloodborne.
or Bloodborne.
That
for
just came out.
Yeah, like you play any of those Dark Souls games, or Demon Souls, Dark Souls 2, Bloodborne.
I mean, yeah, you're gonna get people.
You're
who
gonna
want
get
to
people
play
because
the
those games are more popular on Twitch. Honestly, I think that's just what it comes down to. Like, what was it? Pew Gemini Live was here last week, and he was talking about like how he just played Dark Souls and Dark Souls 2 consistently and frequently, and he at one point had a community built around it, and to where people just came in, that's all they wanted to see, and they were a big fan of that game, and that was it. And they weren't there for him, from my understanding.
But a problem with that is that as soon as that person gets sick of that game and they move on to another game, their entire following is just sick of them.
And that's exactly
that
what happened
to me. That happened
That's
to me.
exactly what happened
The
to
same
me.
thing as at Q Gemini, basically. I wouldn't say they're only here for the game, as in there's other streamers playing the game.
Yeah.
The combination of you
Exactly.
and the game and the way you play the game. But
I guess they only wanted the reactions for that game, huh?
Yeah.
yeah, or they're interested in that game, and they like the way you handle your stream and whatnot. And but indeed, most of the community you build on only one game won't come back for many other games. Some will, you can make like generalities like this, but definitely when you build a community on only one game, you have problems.
Just like streamers. I mean, there's streamers that do different things. Some are more about the interaction. Some are more about gameplay. There's viewers who are about different things. Some of them want to just sit there and watch the gameplay. And I mean there's nothing you can do for those people other than play that game. So it's just, I feel like it's just a variety thing where it's like, if that's what you want and that's what you want to appeal to, and you can do that, if you can spend 20 hours a week playing the same game, then then go for it. But I think there's just different groups of people that are looking for different things.
I think like at that point you'd be fucked if that was the case, because like what happens when you finish the game? You got all the achievements, you got everything, and you're just like, well, fuck, what do I do now? You can't play the game over.
Start it over.
You can't, like, oh my god, I'd lose my
Dark Souls,
fucking
yeah,
mind.
there's the thing. If the game has some variety to it, then people just replay it to death.
Are you serious? I don't think I can play the same game over and over. No.
I think that the Dark Souls streamers have played the game like 300 times by now. It's awful, but
Wow. You're like, this is terrible, terrible. Well, I guess some people really like that, I guess. Some viewers. Though at that point, I figured they should just go play the game themselves.
Yeah,
Well,
I mean, maybe they play the game so repetitively that they want to see the game over and over. Maybe it's their
No, but
favorite game ever.
different
There's
things
definitely
because
more popular games
the
than other games.
attachment. There's the attachment to the streamer, to the game, to the community.
Yeah.
Because even
Yeah.
those streamers that don't do anything for their streams per se, they still have a chat building, and even though they don't do much, they make friends there.
Yeah.
The streamer might not be that crazy good, as an entertainer per se. He's good at his game and he deserves his views, or he wouldn't get them. But I feel like the chat is actually like
the body of its
with
own.
each other. Like everybody's bonding, even though the streamer is not doing much. So in the end,
And-
the viewers don't go away.
Yeah,
Because you
and,
would think
and
that,
this
but
is
it's been 3 years that League of Legends and Dota players keep skyrocketing like to crazy numbers while not improving their streams.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The community gets bigger and bigger. So that's definitely helping, no matter what your stream is about, I think.
And there are some streamers that I won't name names, but there are I would say maybe a few streamers that I may not necessarily like. I mean, I must have at one point, but I may not necessarily like them anymore as a streamer or just as a person. But their chat, their community that they have, that they are a part of, that they helped create, is what I love, what I enjoy. So I will go onto their stream, but I could watch their entire thing muted, and I would not miss a thing because I am there for their chat. Like
Are you talking about Jesse?
I wasn't gonna name names, Doc. Come on.
Fucking
Oh,
done.
thank
Fucking
God.
done.
Come back.
I was actually wondering if he was talking about me too, Joel.
No, not you. Yours is one of the few that I like to watch you just lose your shit. Because you rage a lot, which is hilarious. It's hilarious. So I will watch you.
This bitch. Anyways.
But there are some that I understand what you mean, Slay, that some of them are just no longer entertained. They've lost their appeal, but their chat, their community is just terrific, and you want to stay for them.
Yeah, I don't think I've had many communities where I'm fell that much in love with compared to, like, I don't know, I mostly go for the caster themselves and interacting for the caster, but, that's just me. I know there's different people who look for different things on Twitch where they're connected with communities and, connecting with other chat. Hey, I know this person's going to be at this chat every single day or something like that,
But as casters ourselves, I think we have a different views on the streams we watch. We expect
Definitely.
different things. We want to get interested in the casters themselves. Unless we want to see one particular game, like, I want to see how it's like. We'll tune in the stream to watch the streamer and see, if he's good, and if we like him, we're gonna come back. But I was just talking about what really draws the big numbers on Twitch at the moment, and not on the really high personalities like Man versus Games and stuff like this, but in between the very top and the bottom, there's like lots of streamers that are not really interested into being entertainers per se or casters.
I mean, though, it could go back to where, you were saying, like, you don't feel like people should be very entertaining. Maybe they would be, I guess, real, per se. You're saying, like, people don't need to be entertaining to be, and they just need to be themselves. And, that's kind of how you run your stream as well. And, maybe they just bonded in that way in small little conversations here and there with the streamer. Not necessarily they're saying they're entertaining doesn't mean they're not interactive, or are you saying they don't interact as well? Or
It depends on the streamers, but I've
Depends
seen
on
a
the
lot
streamer.
of them not really.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of gray area with this question, so it kind of threw me for a curveball. I'm like, not sure what we're getting at here. But Doc J-Lad, do you have anything else to add to this question, or?
No, I don't think so.
All right. Would you like to continue on with your topic tonight, sir?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of touched on it a little bit and the different types of streams, but what are your guys' thoughts? I mean, the Ultra Live over the weekend and that sort of thing. I know Man vs. Game was adamantly against it, and he was, tweeting to Twitch and everything. What are your thoughts on non-gaming content on Twitch?
You mean like creative and music?
Yep, I mean like
stuff?
everything, music, creative, all that stuff. I guess even just the people that do go more face cam than they do gameplay.
You mean from Twitch or from everybody?
Just on Twitch, like just non-gaming content on Twitch altogether.
Well, I think that is a really, really heated topic because a lot of people are using creative as a means of getting out there. I mean, like, you could be a streamer who streams games, but every now and again, maybe you don't want to. Maybe you want to do something else. Maybe you want to draw for a while. And you guys were talking about this earlier, too. Like, you guys were drawing, right? Like, that is a part of creative. And I feel like it's a good way to... It's a good outlet. Maybe people want to watch you do some art, but they don't know where to find you. Or maybe people don't know where to go to broadcast this. So Twitch is a good place where you already have your community, you already have people who are interested. And here you can just do creative and you can show people that you have outside interests, you know what I mean?
So just to sort of elaborate on it though, so
Yeah,
you're okay with it, and I am too. Like, I mean, we were talking about it. I've used the creative section before, but so at what point do you draw the line? So somebody's doing creative, which is obviously non-gaming content. What if someone just wanted to put their face up there and talk about, baseball?
Okay, well, now at this point, there might be better places for that, but I think in creative, it's something that requires something like crafting, something crafty, something that you do that is like a specialty. You can do art. I've seen people make chainmail, which is terrific. But if you're just going to be talking straight about something, I mean, sure, you could do that, but we already have something for that here. It's called gaming talk shows. It's a podcast, but those podcasts are centered and have to be related to gaming, or streaming, or Twitch.
I'm not getting taken down yet.
Well, they could they could branch out in the talk. They can branch out, sure, but if you're going to be talking just about baseball or something on a primarily game-based thing, it might be best to go for someplace else. However, if you are a primarily sports game player, like you play a lot of sports game, and then one day you go on creative because you want to talk about sports, that would make sense to me. I probably wouldn't watch it, but it would make sense to me. Like, if I want to listen to something about sports, I'll go to the sports channel. I can listen to it there.
So let me. You sound like you're similar to what I am. Let me ask if this is accurate to you. Twitch, instead of being a place for games, could be a place for hobbies.
Yeah,
and that would be acceptable to you.
Yeah, gaming is a hobby. Sure, some people make their living off of their hobbies, but that could be true about any hobby.
Yeah.
Like, they have a specific, like, you have creative, but then you have music, and that's not just music playing 24 hours like with Monster Cat or something. That's just people actually creating music. That is a hobby. It is an art form. And Jesse, you said this earlier, and in some ways I believe it's really true. Gaming, streaming is, in a way, an art form. It takes a lot. So yeah, Twitch could be a place to exhibit your hobbies. But I do believe lines have to be drawn, as with everything. Where those lines are, I haven't thought about this. Creative, I've always considered to be something that you do crafty, something artistic. But I guess people's definitions of artistic differ, so I don't know where those lines would be drawn for me personally.
It's really odd for me. I really thought it was really cool when, in fact, I still think it's really cool when it's used right, creative and music. It's cool to see what people could do as far as like software or you know, their pianos in their house or whatever have you, guitars.
Used right as mean like
yeah, like not like
right
this,
as
not
topic?
not like displaying like concert. Like I never imagine it as like displaying a whole entire concert like ultra or what was it? I've heard of the chiptunes music festivals in Australia, which you know I guess chiptunes is based on video game music and all that, but it's still like a whole concert like where they can't necessarily control the content. And another thing is that is I don't know. Like Twitch is supposed to be a gaming site, and I understand that at the same time.
But that's the thing. Twitch has outgrown itself, and it's outgrowing itself as we speak. More and more people are getting to know Twitch, and they might not necessarily be only gamers, you know? So I feel like the more Twitch grows as a site, the more it's going to have to grow to accommodate the people who are on it.
Whenever people are against like Twitch expanding into other like areas, I don't understand what negative can come of it. Because like I said, Man vs. Game was way against it. But let's say Ultra had 100 to 150,000 people watching it all weekend. Is there anything negative from maybe a couple thousand people or tens of thousands of people signing up to create Twitch accounts? I mean, does something bad ever come of that? Like, I guess I don't understand the case against it. Maybe.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, if you're not interested in it, don't fucking watch it. Go watch something you want to watch.
Yeah.
Honestly, people. Yeah, no, I understand.
I think why the people. That's not what I think personally, but I think why people are sometimes against it is because if that becomes something about pretty much everything and not just video games, then it's pretty much another YouTube for live shows that YouTube already does sometimes. But like, I think it would be harder for people that want to play video games and get discovered to actually be discovered, because then there would be everything on Twitch. There's already YouTubers that do anything they want unrelated to video games, and then they're like, well, let's make a Twitch channel, and they come do some Twitch video game show, and they're good at what they do, but I mean, it's already, you know, there's a thin line between YouTube and Twitch, and I think Twitch is already trying to bring music and other things, because when it's creative, like the streamers themselves can do creative stuff or even play music if they want, that's cool. When Twitch is actually promoting the content and creating the content, it can be a problem in the future, as in what's going to stop them from producing shows, TV shows, or I mean, not TV
like
shows.
From Twitch.
Yeah.
And Clever Fox brought up a good point, like there have to be lines, because who's to say that you can't it's only is going to grow so big that you can't police everything. Some things are going to slip by you. Like hell, on YouTube, you get the occasional porn video that doesn't take you down for a day or two, because you can't really keep an eye on everything. Like, you know, you don't fail fish me. You know exactly what I'm talking about. Like, so you can't police everything, but at the same time, like it really is becoming a lot bigger than I think they might have intended it to be. Slaythe, please. So it's TOS is going to have to change
the quality of the
drastically.
YouTube comments and whatnot. I think some people are scared that that Twitch would basically lose itself and become another YouTube, which is, you know,
like a live streaming YouTube.
Yeah, like if you watch the lives on YouTube, it can be cancerous. Like, it's pretty much impossible to moderate all that traffic, you know, all those viewers, and I don't know.
Yeah.
By not centering Twitch on video games with some extras and actually making Twitch a very wide platform for everything.
Yeah.
That brings the danger of bringing all sorts of people that are not really sharing interest with others, and we know that this is a generation of trolls and whatnot. I think that's why some people are scared to be drowned in the mass of new streamers that would stream anything but video games, and new viewers that don't even care about video games.
Yeah, it's funny because like I love the fact that they're branching out from just video games. Because okay, realistically, I think Twitch understands that if they were just to stick with just video games, they would just they would alienate themselves. Whereas if they were to branch out, they would be able to get more viewers and more interest and more traction from elsewhere. Hey, we got music artists who could post their music live here, and then we got artists who can stream their art live here. And things like that, which is all cool and all when it, like when it's used in a small form or fashion. But I'm just opposed to where the person who's streaming said event, or said creativity, or like as a music or art, to where they can't control everything that happens there. Like Ultra is a whole concert like when they're streaming whole concerts and they can't really control what is happening with the people. I understand conventions and all that personally, but like I just think that's where they need to draw the line, is where, hey, we need you to have control of what you're streaming. I know this is a big event, but you can't control the 5 million people out there going nuts in the audience or whatever. Like I don't know.
I know that was an issue too with Ultra, because they were saying it was a double standard of what they were allowed to show versus what someone streaming video games can show and that sort of thing.
Because I'm sure more than one person was topless.
Probably with Ultra. Probably there was probably drug, because with Ultra and all concerts in general, there's drug content and there's alcohol content and crazy things involved. Let's be honest here. If we've been to a concert, we know. But so there's things that they can't control, and I think that's the biggest problem, where they have to draw the line. They have to be like, hey, you have to be able to control your audience. Your audience has to be appropriate for stream, and as the individual person would be. And with Ultra, I think they crossed the line for it's I don't know how to really say. I think they just need to hold everybody they have on that on that camera when they stream a concert, hold them to that degree. But because I've heard of some of the things that happened with Ultra, and some of the things people were wearing, some of the things people were doing, and etc. To where I just think it's unfair for us as individuals to not be held to that, but not to be allowed that standard.
So what you're saying is you want to go topless again?
Yeah, I do.
No,
no.
happen, Jesse, please.
No, I get what you mean. You need to be able to control what's being shown, but at the point where it is now, I don't think it's such a big problem. Creative is a place where people who are creative, who are showing their creative side, and a lot of the times it is stuff that is related to gaming. Music is being created, maybe not gaming, but maybe a stream. Music is being created so that it is VOD friendly, or art is being created in some way that it is related to a game. Hell, even the people who make some of the people I follow who make chainmail, that is for LARPing, which is a game. This is gaming related things. I think when it eventually becomes to not involve gaming things, and maybe go branch out to things that aren't
these things
maybe creative, then it's a problem.
The music things can already be not gaming related. The creative things can be anime related, or any type of art related. Quite honestly, it doesn't necessarily have to be gaming related.
No, I'm not saying it is, but it could be.
What I will say is that
I think where the line is right now was actually good. As in, if anybody wants to share a passion or their talent for anything, they can.
Because gaming is a passion.
My thing is,
but when they start posting cat videos, then it might be a problem.
Yeah, of course.
Exactly.
My thing is that it should be creative, not something that they're in the works of creating and performing or perfecting, not something like a concert. It should be the making of something, not something of happening like a concert. I don't know.
So it should be at the individual level, is what you're saying.
Yes, I would.
That would be a good line to draw at this point, to be honest.
So with Twitch being sold to Amazon for just under $1 billion or whatever it is, they're going to go that way, where they're going to expand to everything that they possibly can. What point would you be like, okay, I'm done with this? Or is there a point where you would say, I don't want to be associated with this. I'm going to go to Hitbox or whatever other avenues they have.
I'm too lazy to go to Hitbox.
On us, as in, I don't know, you have to do this or that. I wouldn't go away. I mean, things always evolve, and I guess you get used to them. If it gets too bad, I'm sure they will do something to prevent the site from self-destructing itself. But
yeah, I mean, but at the same time, companies don't realize they're doing bad things until it's too late, and then people will, people realize they got other avenues like Hitbox and other places to move to. I don't know. I'm one of those people. I'm like, one day at a time, man. I'm just gonna wait for if things hit the fan, man. I don't want to be a part of Twitch.
But
I'll let you know.
I think that part of Slaythe Ultra was insanely successful for Twitch, but I want to believe that the big players on Twitch would raise their voice and wouldn't let them do something completely drastic that would change the site forever. Even though they want to get bigger and wider, I'm sure they will probably try not to.
Yeah, I think.
I mean, getting big.
Alienate their already existing users.
Unfortunately, the thing with big people on Twitch is that they're just big people on Twitch. Realistically, the streaming of concerts like Ultra and the Chiptunes Festival and things like that are going to draw them much more audience, much more ad revenue, and it's going to make them a lot more money. So at that point, it's a question of whether they can put down the money and be like, hey, we need to control our site.
The thing is, those people on Twitch, they do this every day. And they have no production values for Twitch themselves. The people do that on their own. Those concerts, they have to be advertised by Twitch. They have to be produced by Twitch. That also costs a lot of money. And it's not like they can have concerts like Ultra every single day, at every single point at the at every single hour on the day, every day of the week. They will still rely on the big streamers and smaller streamers. If they alienate them, I'm pretty sure that it won't go so well for them. Unless they become a new YouTube where it's about everything and not just gamers, which would be sad.
And with the transfer to being bought by Amazon, what you talked about, Doc, I honestly think that Amazon, or I don't believe, and having read about it when it was first being like a thing, I don't believe that Twitch would allow them to change so much. In fact, that's why they went with Amazon and not with Google, because they were afraid of being a streaming site or a random video site like YouTube. They didn't want that. They wanted the competition to be out there so that Twitch could be a place for live streams of games, whereas YouTube can stay as a let's play for whoever the fuck. So I don't believe that they would allow Amazon to change them so drastically. However, I do believe some changes will be made. Maybe creative and music were a part of those changes, or maybe it was just Twitch being, trying to get out there. I think events like Ultra, at the moment, I get what you say, Jesse, they need to be able to monitor what's going on, but at the moment, it can only help Twitch grow. So I don't believe they will place too much importance on the content so much as the ability to make Twitch more known. When Twitch starts becoming bigger, maybe when it's finally transferred over power to Amazon and when it's finally become something that needs to be controlled, they'll probably be a lot more strict on that stuff. But at this point in time, I don't think it's such a big problem, and creative and music have only been good things.
Real quick, I want to address something in the chat. Clever Fox, let's see, biggest issue is women who webcams are basically porn sites, and I understand this fact. I tell you what, I probably won't touch on this today, but I don't want to hype something up right now, but the next week is actually going to be all female broadcasters cast, so just keep that in mind. So
what you're saying is you're gonna wear a low cut top?
You know it, girl, please.
No, and the female within the streamer community, female casters are a subset all themselves, and they have different. You had a all female cast not long ago yourself, and a lot of that was centered on female casters and what their standards are and everything. And yeah, that's a whole nother bag of cats. So, that'll be big. But I don't think they would allow porn on Twitch.
Well, I mean, I know I know what he's saying. Like, you know, there's female broadcasters who basically, and there's some who blatantly do this, and there's some who just actually just wear a low cut shirt, and they're just like, whatever, I want to look good, you know, where you know, like they don't.
Yeah,
like
I wouldn't call just to moderate Clever's words. I wouldn't call them porn stars or.
Yeah, I mean, why? Another thing.
I mean, if a girl looks good, she has no reason not to use that advantage. I mean,
if she looks good and she feels good, if that's what she likes to feel good, to be able to stream, why shouldn't she? And at the same time, being regulated based on your clothes, like, what if it's the summer? You're not gonna wear a fucking turtleneck. You're gonna wear a tank top. If you have big boobs, you can't fucking help it, you know?
There is a slight problem, though, as in it's true that pretty girls do get like super high views while not necessarily putting crazy efforts, but I wouldn't say it's their fault. It's more the viewer base. And
yeah, I was about to say, if anything, it's our male demographic.
Lately, I've seen a lot of blame on the female casters, and they don't do anything. Okay,
like,
there might be
just,
one or
they're
two,
just dressing.
One or two. Then might be one or two that we are all familiar with that kind of abuse it sometimes, but that's one of two out of hundreds.
Yeah.
You gotta think too, like
your base is composed of
a lot of the. You've said it right. A lot of the blame is placed on the female caster, whereas the majority of the time, their chat are assholes.
Yeah, and a lot of it too, though, is like you got to think. We talked about how we talked about production value and making your stream look good and that sort of thing. And like, I mean, looking decent is part of that. Like, I mean, you don't want to go on your stream looking like you just crawled out of a cave, no matter who you are, whether you're a pretty girl or you're me. Like, I don't try to I'm not going to show up here looking like the Hunchback of Notre Dame. But like you just have to put your best foot forward. And if she happens to be a good-looking girl, then so like I think there's too much that's made of it. I think it's just way overblown and it doesn't matter. And honestly, they get so much shit just for being pretty girls. I don't even know if I would want to do it. Like, yeah, they get a lot of views and everything like that, but half of it is just 18 just saying, oh, tits. You know what I mean? Like, you can only take so much of that.
Like, if they have webcam, then they're gonna want to look good. They're gonna put on makeup, but they shouldn't be given shit for putting on makeup. It's the same as if you're going to go to work. You're going to want to put on makeup if you're going to go to work. It's just how it is. Streaming is
it's pretty much how the world works. I mean, good-looking people will always get more attention. But
like, you can't give shit for someone for being good-looking. Like, what kind of fucked up shit is that?
Damn it, I need more attention if that's how the world works.
Good-looking.
Oh, set myself up for that.
Milo, are you
We're
a feminist?
tied.
It's a question for you, Milo.
Feminist in the sense that everybody should be treated more equally, very much so. I don't think anyone should be given preferential treatment for being good-looking or bad-looking. If you're good-looking, that's just the cards that were dealt to you. The quality of your stream should be based on your stream, not on how you look. Sure, that's going to play a part in it. However, if a person wants to wear a low tank top, who's a chatter to give them shit for it, whether it's a guy or a girl, because there are some guys who wear skimpy clothes, you know what I mean? Maybe not necessarily skimpier than some girls, but they shouldn't be given shit for something that they can't help. You can't help that if you're good looking, you can't help it if you're bad looking. You can help it if you want to look good for your people. Jesse, you dressed up today. This is a point. You want to have a professional look. Girls will dress up because they want to feel good when you're streaming. A way to feel good is make yourself look good.
I just like ties. Okay, I want an excuse to wear ties. That's about it.
He sleeps with
it's not. It's not about them at this point. I love you guys, but this is for my own pleasure.
It's like, this isn't for you. This is for me.
Oh, great! I got a tie on.
He only started doing podcasts with a tie. That's a true story.
I just want to set the record straight. Jesse's cough skimpy. Oh, Reaper, please.
Reaper, were you here for when he was skimpy?
Let me reach the Reaper.
Oh,
Wreck.
Damn.
Wreck. God damn it. Oh, what about women when they come here and the attention for money and taking away from other streamers.
But that's the thing, like, okay, you say that they take away from other streamers, but the people that go onto those kind of streams, those aren't necessarily people you want on your stream anyway.
They're looking
guys
for
who give
that.
attention. Yeah, guys who go and give attention to girls who may do it for, as you say, attention or money. They're going there specifically for that. That's not someone you want anyways. Let them go there. Let them be there. Don't give them any work. Don't give them any trouble. If you don't like it, stay away, basically. If you do like it, then you yourself are probably part of the problem. Or maybe you're just there to give her support as a streamer and not as a female object of sex. It is entirely, I think we said it earlier, pay attention to what you're doing yourself. You don't really need to give mind to what other people are doing. If you're doing what you're doing yourself for yourself, I think that's a good enough way to use.
No one can take viewers away from you. Nobody
Exactly.
can take viewers away from someone else. They can watch something else, but nobody's taking away. If somebody chose not to continue watching you or what you're doing, it's just because it's just not. It's not even that you're not entertaining. It's that they're not entertained by you. It's just not what they want to spend their time watching. Like
They're
CSI might be a great show. I don't watch it. I hate it. And there's 18 million of them, so I'm sure it's a great show, but I don't want to watch it.
Exactly.
Well,
you can't lose
I was about
chatters to
say.
someone else. It's just you're not doing it for them anymore. They want to see girls who are beautiful, then that's someone that they're gonna go find. They just probably aren't that. She's just not that into you, buddy.
Look, I mean, realistically, like, you know, the type of viewers I go for, personally ones who are real and interactive, and if there's viewers who want to go over there, and because, you know, they see this girl with the big boobs over there, and they want to see cleavage, you know, like, I probably don't want them in my chat. Like, they're, I mean, honestly, like, it
Show
doesn't be
us
addictive.
again,
to anything.
Jesse.
They wouldn't come to your chat anyway, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
So because Clever is saying that Twitch needs better regulations, and I don't agree on that.
I mean, quite honestly, though, it's like you can only regulate
like they're
so
already
much.
regulating
You can't be shirtless anymore.
Yeah,
They
they've in the past year they've been actually more strict now. So
Yeah. They've
And
done.
that's not necessarily a
as I
bad
said, there's
rule
only
to
like
have, but
two female streamers that I can think of that would be borderline, but that's 2 out of thousands, so it doesn't matter. And I don't know. I don't think it should be any different now. The viewers that are interested in watching your boobs on streams on their webcams, well, they're not gonna come to your stream anyway, so let them go.
so show more boobs is the way to
And
go.
you know, I don't want there to be this misconception that, you know, people with big boobs and they want to look good that are just trying to attract people for viewers and money.
They're
They
not,
just,
no.
you know,
Like, they can't help it, they have big boobs,
they
Kat.
yeah, they just want to look good. You know, like
Everybody wants to look at their advantage. Like the pretty girls, if they're, I don't know, ugly-looking bodies, they shouldn't try to look ugly just to be accepted.
Yeah. And even if they do use it to their advantage, they're just using something that they have as their own. Just as you may very well try and make your stream look as good as it can. I mean, that's something that they can utilize to make it look good themselves. But I mean, it just depends, honestly, on the viewer itself. You want to go watch someone who looks good, maybe doesn't play very well, but who looks good and presents themselves well. That's just what you're interested in. If you want to go for someone who maybe doesn't look so good and maybe doesn't play a game that well, Jesse, you just kind of go to that stream. But it just depends on the viewer, is what I get down to.
this bitch. Oh. Anyways, so I think we're going to take a quick 5 to 10 minute break. But before we do, guys, I hope you guys have whoever you would like to plug ready. We are going to show some love to other casters, if you would like. And who would like to go first? Who's got a link ready they would like to drop? And
Are we talking only people that are streaming currently?
yeah, no, not people who are streaming currently. People who you would like us to throw follows to. Like who would
I
you
got a
like to? All right, and let's see. Go ahead and drop your link and who tell us a little bit about their channel, what they've been doing, and why you're plugging them, and drop their links several times.
All right, so
who goes first? You go. Okay, go.
Oh, I just went. Sorry.
Yeah,
It's
Dr. J-Lad.
I did. This guy I've been watching for a while. He's been streaming forever. I know he did YouTube prior to that. I think he did like YouTube for a year. He's been streaming for like 2 years. He's still fairly small. Super entertaining. Completely polished streamer. Like he knows what he's doing. He's really good at it. He's got his stream together. Production value's high. Everything is on point with his stream. I would say everybody should go follow him.
All right, cool. Let's see. Next up, we're gonna do Milo, this deer. Who would you like to plug? What are they about? Who are they about? What are they up to? And tell us a little bit about them.
I think you said Slaythe is who you said.
Did I say Slaythe?
Me?
You
didn't
definitely
say-
did.
No, you said
Definitely
Milo.
said-
You
I said Milo.
No, it was Slaythe. I need time.
Okay.
You, God damn it, Milo. She's been on here before. All right, Slaythe, tell us who you would like to
I'm
plug.
gonna promote a friend of mine, and his name is Briggs TV. So here's the link in the channel.
Briggs TV.
He's a phenomenal caster, and he's definitely not getting the views he deserved. I don't explain why, because he's been extremely regular. His quality is amazing. He's quite a personality. He also looks crazy good. He has the body of Wolverine. He's very unique. He's a unique character, and he's always interacting with his chat. I don't explain it. And he's been streaming at it for 8 months, I think, and he's been streaming like at least five days a week for 8 months with no break. Definitely they deserve to be discovered by more people. It's fantastic, and I think everybody recommended them to like him, even if he doesn't play like the kind of games everybody would love. He's fantastic. He's a very sweet person, and so yeah, I'm trying to help him out.
All right, word. And Milo, are you ready now?
I am ready. The person that I want to plug, he's a really, really sweet guy, and it really speaks a lot to him because for a while there, not so much anymore, but for a while there, he was getting nothing but trolls on his chat, but he did his hardest and his best to really keep a positive attitude, and it really shines through the kind of character that he is. He's currently doing Kingdom Hearts, I would say. He plays a lot of a variety of games, and he is entertaining, a really sweet guy. The person...
Word. All right. Let's see. I am following Briggs. I am following Zamboni, and I have followed Neptura. Is that how you pronounce it? All right. And so, last but not least is going to be my plug. Ladies and gentlemen. Guys, I've been checking out Mr. Mustachio for a while now, but he just recently started a podcast of his own, and now. Thank you, Bill Preston, for that 420 donation. Fucking thank you so much. You're muted. Let me try this one more time. Can you guys be heard now? Whoops.
Stream delay.
Oh, you're good. So, he started a podcast with official Daikon, you little shit. I was getting to you. Sorry. Let's see. I think that donation killed the sound. Sorry, Milo. But, yeah, anyways.
Me? What?
Yeah.
Oh, for my plug?
Yeah. A little bit.
Go follow Sam.
Go follow Simboni.
Go follow Sam.
Whoops. Anyways, guys, with that said, Mr. Mustachio has started his own podcast with Official Daikon, and basically their podcast is more on the technical side, the hardware specs of their stream. It's going to be every Thursday, 8 p.m. Central, on either Official Daikon's channel or That Mustachio's channel. Last week it was on That Mustachio's channel. This week's it's going to be on Official Daikon's channel if you want to click on his name as well and drop him the follow. but very enjoyable podcast, very educational, like as far as equipment goes. Holy shit! I borked. Holy shit, Clever Fox. Thank you for that $100 donation.
Whoa! Whoa!
Dude.
That is a bork!
I borked. Oh.
Fox, well done. Jesus. You okay there, buddy?
I don't know.
Are you taking a
Oh
break
my
sooner?
God.
That's a I don't know what to do with my hands moment right there.
Where's your other hand, Jesse?
Hi.
There it is. You've
Holy
broken him,
shit.
Clev. Good job.
Oh, I donated before you
Oh.
Oh my God, Clever Fox! Holy shit! You just came in with the follow and donated $100. Holy shit, dude! Thank you so much. My God, I'm gonna break down a little bit. Give me a sec. You know what, guys? Now's a good time for that break. So you can't see my tears, guys. If you guys want to stay on call, you can. Just
Hey, girls, don't cry.
they can still hear you until you mute your mic. So if you want to mute your mic, that's entirely up to you. Or if you want to stay and talk to chat, that's entirely up to you. But my God, Clever Fox, holy shit, dude. Guys, give me 1 sec. I'm gonna give you a Google Docs to the podcast questions. Guys, once again, your questions will be answered. Alright, guys, two things here. These guests, Milo Zavir, Dr. J-Led, and Slaythe, take 3 hours out of their day to be on this podcast and make this thing happen. So, if you guys could take 30 seconds out of your day, drop each and every one of a follow. Jesse's tears should be... Shut up, girl. If you guys could drop each and every one of them follow. Great streamers, great guys. Please do drop one follow before you leave today. And guys, one more thing. We're going to be doing a Q&A. And basically, this is where you viewers will be able to fill out questions, and we'll be able to touch on them and elaborate on them a little bit more. I know we kind of do pull in, questions from chat as well as we go along. But we got about, let's see, we got about 8 questions right now. So if you want to fill them up multiple times, as many as you want, feel free to go for it. I will continue to break down. Shit.
Oh, thank you, Jesse, for the shout out.
Sweet Mopey wants to drink Jesse's tears. They will live inside me. Just Mopey, fucking please. Jesus. Waiting to hit Sam when he least expects it. Who is Sam? S-A-M?
Oh, my keyboard is not working. It's like everything is dying on me. My mouse stopped working and my keyboard is dying now.
Wait, your keyboard's gone?
It's no, I have it there. It's like wireless, but it doesn't work anymore.
You guys, Jesse's taking a drink on you, guys. I do love it, Mopey, I do. Can't even deny it. Hey, Matt, what's going on? And Kiro, what's going on? Salt overload. Liz. So your mouse isn't working either?
Yeah, I think I fixed it somewhat, hopefully.
That's weird. Did it like freeze? Surprising, because Zoom is supposed to take up less stuff than Skype is.
No, I have a good computer, but I think I just noticed that I didn't close Photoshop and it's like Super HD resolution drawings.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's 5 AM for me, so.
Oh my god, you are. Seriously, I am really, really impressed. I don't think I would have been able to stay awake for as long as
I'm a little tired.
Clever! What the hell?
Shit. Oh god, what happened? Not again.
Oh
Oh my god!
Clever.
Clever, please. That's it. We're done with the podcast.
Oh my god, I'm.
Oh, Jesse.
Holy shit,
Well,
Clever.
you might as well. You might as well shout out Clever Foxhole. He's a streamer. He is a good friend of ours.
Oh
Okay,
man.
so tonight.
Oh my god.
You guys go give some love to Clever. He's obviously insane.
He's obviously
Oh, insane doesn't mean to describe what he is.
What the hell?
If you check my stream page on my channel, on my friends list, I just said Clever Foxhole Psycho. That's him. That's Clever.
He's a psycho. He is doing this. You are doing this, Clever. To just do this.
I
And
will
that doesn't say you are
You want my
insane?
beautiful tears?
You should
Jesus
bottle them
Christ.
up and ship it to him. Oh, Jesse! Oh, you guys, you've seen a man broken.
Oh my
Oh.
god, Clever. What the fuck, dude? Don't.
No, can't.
I like breaking people. You.
You have broken him. Donate 100 pennies. Oh, you guys, all the salty tears.
Dude, like, I will give you my tears if that's what you want.
They're so good, the tears. Let them
Oh
flow.
my god. I will. I've been looking into getting in, like, upgrading the stream, and I can't wait to be on That Mustachio's podcast and the Official Daicon's podcast to be able to upgrade and tell them what equipment I need. Like, oh, this is gonna help with the budget so much. Oh my god, thank you so much.
Oh.
On that note, fucking cheers.
Yeah. Cheers, boys.
Because God
We
knows
did
I
it.
need all this shit. Oh my.
Is that from the bottle you bought a while ago? Still?
Yeah, I'm doing work on the bottle for the
Yeah.
record.
Yeah, it's still there. Nice. Drink to it,
How
buddy.
much of this do I want?
Think all of it. Think chug, chug, chug. Yeah.
Ooh,
Good job, boy. Oh man.
ooh, ooh.
Good job, you crazy mother.
I'm gonna be drunk
Doc,
on my
you
own
weren't there,
podcast.
but Clev just donated another
Ooh,
$100.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
Jesse, how we
So-
splitting it?
Group effort, Jesse. Group effort.
Oh.
Damn, man. Coke chaser.
Mm. So
Good
yeah,
job, buddy.
I'm gonna be right back, guys. Give me about 5 minutes. I'm sorry, guys.
No,
But
take your
guys, if you
time.
could take the time to check
Clever,
out.
stop breaking people.
Swear to God. Yeah, the questions are up if you guys want to look at them.
Yeah, did you guys check out the questions?
They're on
Jesse
that Google
burst
Docs.
into
Yeah,
tears.
looking at it now.
I'm just gonna hide my camera for the rest of the podcast. Okay.
Oh, your face is shiny now.
I'm sweating because of the alcohol and I'm crying out my face. I'm gonna be so dehydrated.
You're just wet all over, buddy.
Fuck! Budge! Get the fuck off!
Oh
No!
no. What is it now?
$50.
Oh, wow. Damn, man.
No.
That's a lot of love heading your way. Good job, Bunge.
Guys, carry on the podcast without me. I'm done. No,
Time
seriously.
Good job, buddy.
I still don't know where the doc is.
Oh, it's on the chat in Zoom. It should be the.
That's $254.20 actually, because Bill donated $420.
Oh yeah. So don't you mean 259.20? No. It's 5. I'm thinking 5 is 5, and then plus 4.
Milo, your brain's not working.
Math is hard. Don't
Yeah.
listen to me. It should be under the chat from Zoom. I don't know if you see it, but it should be on the bottom where it says invite participation.
No,
or
no,
participants,
shut up,
share
Gio.
screen, chat, recon-
Thank you,
record.
Bunge. Thank you, Clever. Oh my god. Fuck. Fucking god damn it. Fuck. God damn it! Kiro! Hashtag Team Not Jesse, you $1 asshole. I love you, Kiro.
Good job, Kiro.
GG. Oh my god. Oh.
You $1 asshole. Please.
That hashtag Team Not Jesse, though. Oh my god. Guys, I'm gonna warn everybody here. That was a lot of wild turkey.
Was it a lot? How much? You just had half a glass, right? Well, not just. But
It was half a glass. That was like 4 shots worth at least.
I think this calls for another shot.
What the fuck? Even no. God damn it! No, please no. P-Man, thank you for the $10 donation. Doing great, Jesse. Donation trade choo.
And Bennett is another streamer, if you don't know him. He's great. He's such a sweet kid. He's not a kid, he's actually 20, but he's adorable.
Officially
Quick
20,
kid.
Congratulations.
I do follow B-Man. I have yet to really check them out, but I do follow them.
Well, he's actually on holidays, I think, for like a week or something, so yeah. But he'll be back.
Alright, focus. We're gonna focus. I'm gonna focus. I'm sorry, guys. We're gonna be back. We're back. We're gonna answer some of the questions you guys have provided for us. Guys, feel free to fill out as many questions as you like. God damn it, official Daikon. No. Fucking thank you for your $5 donation. But damn it. Fuck, I need more wild turkey for this shit. So, guys,
Good job.
let's see, guys. Let me know if there's any questions you would like to pick out from there. And guys, once again, in the chat, you can submit your questions here at Q&A. But
Well,
Is the
just
stream
at
back?
the-
I mean, did we start or?
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
we're back.
we are back. Sorry. And let's see.
in regards to the, did you want us to pick questions now? Because just a real quick
Yes.
answer for Dark Storms. I want to start a stream on old school Nintendo games like Pokemon, Golden Sun, etc. Do you think people may enjoy? Very much so. Retro games will always have a special place in people's hearts, if not for the gameplay, then for the nostalgia factor. Yeah, there's definitely a calling for old school games like that. Any kind of game you can think of, there is a person out there who wants to watch it. I've done Minesweeper and people have come in to see it. So there's definitely a
Fucking
viewer
weirdo.
for it was a lot of fun. There's definitely a viewer for every kind of game. But honestly, if you just enjoy playing those games, I think that would be the best call to what game you should play.
Word. I personally love doing retro games because people have their nostalgia.
Retroactive J? No. Really?
Who would have guessed? God damn it! Thank you, Sapphire and Kiro. Thank you, Kiro, for the $1 donation. Thank you, Kiro, Sapphire, for the $10 donation. I'll read y'all later. Oh my God. Let's see. But if you guys like, basically, I love doing retro games because I love seeing what somebody experienced from their childhood, personally. And I missed out on a lot of retro games. I missed out on a lot of NES games, and there is a cult following behind a lot of those games. So I think, yeah, a lot of people would enjoy. You know, there's definitely a thing for everybody. Somebody could just search Pokemon and then they're like, oh my god, this person's playing the original. So, you know, I think it's the nostalgia factor that people like about retro games and why they're so popular on Twitch sometimes. But I don't know about you guys. Like, I don't know if you guys even Slaythe. Do you even play retro games really that often, or?
Yeah, I do. Retro games, like they don't feel old to me, but they're actually over 10 years old. So yeah, of course I do. And what's cool is that the viewers that come, you have a bond with them, an emotional bond, because it's from their childhood usually. So that's one common point, and you can build on that. So it's not like you're playing the last Call of Duty and we're trying to kill each other. And so yeah, playing retro games is definitely cool. It's usually slower paced than recent games where it's more about action and whatnot. But
Yeah. My opinion. Well, you know what? I'll let Dr. J Lad take this before I go again. Do you think they would really enjoy, classic games like Pokemon or Golden Sun? Do you play a lot of retro games yourself?
I definitely think people would enjoy it. I haven't played them really ever on stream. I did look into like emulators and stuff like that and buying an N64 and figuring out how to rig it up. So I wouldn't mind doing it, but no, I've never gotten into it. And I think I would enjoy it. So I imagine, and I know there's a market for it. So I think a lot of people do enjoy watching that type of stuff.
Word. See, my reasoning behind playing these retro games is that I feel like I build a more loyal fan base, I guess, but behind it, see, when you play a game on release, you build a game built up on hype and release hype, and you are able to expose yourself to a lot more people, admittedly. But when you play a retro game and people follow through there, they're like, man, that person played my old classic, and they were able to they were able to enjoy that game as I was playing it for the first time personally, and you build more of a slow growing but a more solid foundation for a community.
That probably applies not only to retro games but just smaller games in general. Like if you're playing something that's not real popular, not a AAA title.
Yeah, definitely. Like, let's see. Give me 1 sec. Matt, thank you. Matt's stream. Thank you for the raid. Dude, thank you so much. Let's see. Where are we going with the questions? Why is your room so white, Slaythe? I like this question.
I'm
from
an
Sam.
angel. Isn't that obvious? I'm from heaven.
What was the... wait, what did you answer?
Me?
Yeah. Like,
I said I'm an angel.
you're an angel?
You said that I was from heaven.
I have a hard time believing that.
What?
Damn.
You're so full of shit.
I'm offended. I'm offended, okay? I'm gonna cry. Okay.
The way you said that, you lifted up your shoulders a little bit like I'm an angel.
Oh, my
Hey,
God.
it's 5 a.m. Okay, I'm being all nice here. Okay, I'm not taking this shit, guys. Goodbye.
You guys, he's an angel. No.
Slate's out. I'm sorry.
We believe you. We believe.
Fine, I forgive you guys.
Hey, he's an angel. See, he forgave us.
Let's see. As a viewer, do you have any streamer pet peeves? For example, people that pander donation, improper raid reception etiquette, people that talk about hitting the follow button below every 3 minutes, etc. Okay, thank you for the follow, Dalton Kios. I will say, personally, I never tell people to donate. I never tell people to subscribe. I never tell people to follow. I think if these people don't think of it naturally to themselves, I'm not doing a good enough job, of like entertaining or keeping their audience to where they don't want to do it. Also, I don't like it when people call me out for lurking. And on top of that, I think my other let's see, my improper raid etiquette is actually a big thing as well. Like, I don't like it when people receive a raid and they're just like, hey, thanks for the raid, man. Like, unfortunately, I'm doing a podcast and I wish I could greet the raid like I normally do on my regular streams. But in this, normally I would be really hyped and I'd be really excited and I'd like to boost up the, raid, and I'd like to acknowledge the raid and be like, hey, everybody go follow, you know, such and such. Even then, I'd like to be like, hey, everybody go follow Matt Stream, who just rated, and Bunny Tails, who rated earlier today. I'd like to at least do that. Not, you know, even though I can't be the same hype self, I don't want to yell in your guys' ears personally. But I don't know. Raid etiquette is a big one for me. But you know, I get annoyed when people like hit that follow button down below me, right here. Is it right here? I don't know where it is. But like on top of that, the subscribe button and the donate button, and you know, hey, you know what really like the Patreon. It's okay to talk about them, but to be like, hey, you should do this is kind of annoying. Like, don't be pushy about it, you know? Like, you could be like, hey, if you want to follow me, and I'll be on at this time. I'm perfectly okay with that. I totally understand that, personally. Because, you know, you want them to be like, hey, this is my schedule. You can follow me if you are going to be here around this time, and, you know, if you don't want to follow me, that's cool. You know, like, just don't be pushy about it. What about you, Slaythe?
I personally don't ask people to follow me or donate or anything. I assume that they can just see anything on the page. But I don't mind if people have found Rising, or also there's something I noticed. There's a lot of apps or like through PlayStation and whatnot where people cannot follow you. And I've seen people actually streaming like through PlayStation and getting a lot of views through that. And they actually ask people, well, if you want to watch the stream again, you can sign up on Twitch and you can actually, you know, follow me and whatnot. I don't have anything against that as long as it's not coming back every 5 minutes. If it's once per hour, it's totally fine by me.
Word. What about you, Dr. J Lab? What are your pet peeves as far as being a viewer?
I mean, kind of the same stuff. The calling out lurkers is a big one. I'll leave a stream with that. Like, I feel like if people want to lurk, just let them. But yeah, the same thing. If it's too much, like there's a time and a place for everything. If you're streaming and suddenly 20 people come in, you say, hey, if you're liking it, follow. A lot of times people will be prompted to it, and they just think, oh, okay. But yeah, I mean, like Slaythe said too, you don't want to be doing it constantly, no more than once an hour. Usually, if you do it once a stream when you're signing off, is more than enough. But yeah, it's all kind of the same stuff. I think everybody has the same things. And if it's too much, if you're trying to monetize it too much, if it's all about the donations or your donation goal or whatever it might be.
No, actually, Slaythe, to answer your question, I hate bots. They basically greet you as soon as you enter a channel.
Yes, I hate that too.
Yeah, this makes me mad, like right away.
Like,
you're off to a bad start.
Like, honestly, like one of the reasons why I hate being called out for lurking is because I just want to enjoy your channel. Like, and I'm probably working on something else. I don't want to be distracted. I don't want, like, I've had people call me out. I'm like, I will unfollow you. I will probably call you out as well. If I respect you enough, I will call you out and be like, hey, don't call me out on lurking. But, you know, honestly, if anybody calls me out on lurking, I'm probably will unfollow you or not follow you, because that is obnoxiously annoying to me. I'm sitting here, I'm busy doing other things. You may not respect that, and one of the things you don't understand is that lurkers make up Twitch. They are 90% of Twitch. Okay, maybe that's a ballpark number, but give or take, they're 90% of Twitch. And that they bump up your viewer count and make you more visible, whether they're talking or not. So, I had no idea how until I started lurking. Yeah, I'm sorry, Kiro. It is annoying as all hell. Yeah, like I know somebody who, even one of my thing is though is that I have been called out by one of my friends from lurking, and then they still continue to call me out, and I was like, what the hell? Like, the thing is, I'm forgiving. And if they continue to do something that annoys me after I respectfully say, hey, don't do that, we're just done. Yeah, like, I don't have to deal with you. What about you, Milo? Streamer pet peeves? As a viewer, I should say.
Yeah. I really don't have any. I mean, nothing big enough that would make me leave immediately. Like the follow thing, just like give me a follow. I usually drown them out. See, the thing is, I'm a majority lurker anyway. I don't really have like I mostly lurk on stream. So even if they call me out, I'm like, well, it's not gonna call me out to go say hi to you or anything. I'm just gonna keep on lurking. You can like that or not. Bots that greet you as soon as you come in, I'm like, well, yeah, I get it. Maybe they don't want to make sure that they don't miss anybody, so they'll have a bot greet you. But if that person only wants to lurk, I can see how that could be annoying. Oh no, it's a raid! Fucking Dingle Dots. You got a raid, another raid. Are you gonna greet this one?
Yes. What's up, BTO? Thank you for the raid. You didn't have to do that, but thank you, BTO, for the raid. What up, dude? Everybody drop BTO the follow. My God, why are we getting so much raids and donations? I'm gonna break down and cry.
Okay.
It's been a long day, guys. Okay, for those of you on the Zoom call here, I want to apologize for all the shit that's been going on. I'm sorry. What's your opinion when people get emotional when they get $100 donations? I feel like shit. I'm just gonna hide myself.
The literal worst. Immediately leave.
Especially in the
Yeah,
middle of a
I hate them. They're so obnoxious.
It's so annoying. How dare you cry? God. Wait, who asked that?
Fucking
I feel like it was Bash.
poor Zori.
Okay.
Like, oh my God, guys. Oh my God. You bastards. I love you all, but damn it. Let's see.
A good question is by Beamit.
Mm-hmm. Go for it.
What can someone do to practice talking and being entertaining for a stream? Well, just being on stream is very difficult. Honestly, the best thing you could do to do that, to be entertaining, I would say, is be as interactive with chat as possible. Talk to chat as if they were in the same room with you and they were wanting your attention, as if you were talking to them one-to-one, face-to-face. Because that's a good way to be entertaining, because that's a good way to show people that you care. So far as practicing it goes, I don't know about that, but maybe you can go back and listen to one of your old broadcasts, listen to how you sound, how you acted, and then just see, like, could I change this? Could I be a little better about this? Could I be a little better about that? Should I tone this down? Should I get rid of this completely? I mean, it's gross having to listen to your own voice, I get that, but like, even just going back just for a little bit, just to see how you can improve yourself, it might help.
I think that's probably solid advice of watching your own broadcast and then you know, deciding if you would watch that. Like if you were just a viewer, is a good idea. But just in general, if you need practice talking to people in chat, you might need practice just talking to people in real life too. So it's probably just not a bad idea to just do that. And I don't mean that like that, but I just mean like if you don't talk to people a whole lot, I feel like talking to people in chat's probably easier than real life. So if you can do it in real life,
chat roulette.
I will say that the only reason why I'm good to talk to people in real life or local life, as I would like to put it, is because of my job requires it. Serving tables, I think that'd be hard to do without talking to people, and things like customer service and the sales I've done would be highly annoying if I did not talk to people. So one of the things I will say is there's not much you can do. However, the best advice I could personally give you is imagine as if somebody's sitting right next to you. Imagine as if that Twitch viewer is sitting on your couch, hanging out with you, you're talking in the room with them, and, just visualization maybe. Even if you're maybe not the most social person, use your imagination on how you can communicate more. Even rehearse, like talking in a mirror. This sounds very, very odd. I know people are gonna probably think you're crazy if you're talking to a mirror and they hear you, but just something you can do, especially since a lot of people hate their own voice. Just maybe imagine that viewer, like BT Ono, for example, who just rated. Thank you once again. Imagine if he's just sitting on my couch next to me and just hanging out, chilling, maybe having a beer. We're just chilling out. Shut up. Shut up, Milo. So maybe he's just hanging out, chilling up with us, and and it's just a big party at the house or something like that. That's what I like to consider my chat, a big party at my house personally, when there's a lot of people in here, and we like to have intelligent conversations with each other and whatnot. That's the best advice I can give you. Aside from that, honestly, the real truth is it's just gonna take experience. There's no other way around it. It's just gonna take getting used to. It's just gonna take experience. It's just gonna take trial and error of what works and what doesn't work for you. I mean, that's the real truth. It's just not something, oh, hey, I'm going to pick up and I'm going to start streaming and I'm going to be good at it instantly. It's just not going to happen. It's not going to work that way, ever.
Just as an aside, I think chat really wants Slaythe right now. Oh man! Don't hide your face now. It's
Slaythe,
out there.
I need a facepalm emote from you, please. Just...
Well, I don't know what to say now. I don't even know what you guys were talking about. Us trying to handle the chat.
I think that's all needs to be said. My God. I think TOS was made
past 5 a.m. at this point for me, so I have no idea what's happening.
God damn it. No, what was it? BMet was asking.
His voice.
What can
get
you do?
BMet, that will help.
What can you do to practice being talking and being entertaining for a stream?
Yeah, well, I answered that was a private joke between us, but he will get it. That's funny to him. People, you think
wait, that was a joke. Oh crap!
Oh damn it!
It all serious and shit.
Damn it! Wait, are you saying I wasted all my time on that, BMet? You little shit! You come here and let me purge you.
Damn, you got us all good.
Oh my God! But let's see. Kiro asks, as streamers, what do you think about streaming brand new games that have all the hype? Examples, Bloodborne for a week. Everybody and their grandmas will be streaming that, and it seems like it'd be dead and nobody played anymore. I will say it is really good to build up your channel, to be able, to work off that hype of that game and be like, hey, I'm playing this game on release. And then you'll be able to get new exposure and traffic into your channel, and that you wouldn't get before. Honestly, I want to say every time you play a game, you get about maybe 50% of the returning audience. Depending on what you play next, or if they like that. I want to say you should never ever. I don't know, expect a 100% return. Hey, everybody's going to follow from this game, and then they're going to come back. There's people who just come for the game, as we discussed before. And so, if you get a 50% return audience on a game that has a larger audience, like a hyped up game, then I think that's pretty good. But personally, I don't, because I just don't want to waste my money on it when I have so many other games to play and games I want to play. I don't know about you guys.
Wait a second, I'm sorry to interrupt. Am I still here?
Yes.
Is my Zoom died for,
mentally?
Yes, you're here.
It's fine.
Yes, you were here. As
we're talking about returning viewership and
yeah, No, the question is, Kira asked, as streamers, what do you think about streamers streaming brand new games that have all the hype? Example, Bloodborne for a week, everybody in their grandmas is streaming that.
It's extremely hard to bring attention to you when everybody's streaming it. That's what I can say from my experience. But, like, there's a lot of people that I know had great numbers, and by going into the new hyped game, they completely, like, they go from 70 viewers to 20 to 30, which are okay numbers, but, like, there's a huge drop. And it's because, yeah, all the popular streamers are playing the game, so it's hard to stand out.
What about you, Dr. J-Lad? Do you play things on hype, or how do you feel about that?
If it's something I want to play, I'll play it. I kind of stay by that rule of thumb anyway. So most of the time, I don't play the new games though. And I think if you were looking at just getting viewership, I think playing a brand new popular game like that on release day probably isn't going to be your best bet. As playing something that's sort of middle of the road. Like you want to play, if you're trying to just gain viewers, the best bet's just middle of the road popularity, but not immediately released. But I mean, it'd be like Slaythe said, you'll have 40, 50 streamers ahead of you trying to play something on release night.
What about you, Milo? Do you play things on release?
I ain't got the money for that. That's basically my opinion on it. You can feel free to play it. I personally won't, not because I don't want to, but because I don't have the money for it. Maybe in like a few months after it's died down from hype, then I'd probably get to it.
Word.
And
I have no
when a game is brand new, if it has, there's a lot of people who don't want to get spoiled until they play the game themselves.
Yeah.
That happens a lot. So usually it's good to wait like a week or two before diving into the new game.
Mm-hmm.
It's fun, and there's like not only because many popular streamers are on the game, there's also many players who buy the game, and even though they like watching games, they don't want to get it spoiled entirely watching streams. So unless it's a fighting game or something like that where it doesn't really matter, you usually will have drops on newer games, unless you have it early and you're like one of the first. Usually people try to finish the game themselves and then they come, or they look for help or.
Definitely. Let's see. BT Ono asks, what's your impression of music streams, i.e. Ultra and such? We've already had this discussion a little bit, but to give you a recap, I personally just think music streams should be kept to an individual level to where everybody is kept to the same policies as Twitch. Whereas Ultra, they can't control everybody on Twitch. I don't know if you guys can give a quick breakdown on that.
I think the general gist we all had was basically it's not a bad thing for Twitch to be growing, but they need to be able to control it, and it needs to be, I guess, like you said, individual.
Yeah, it needs to be better regulated
Yeah.
as it grows. But
Yeah.
for now, it's good.
Yeah. So, let's see. Sapphire White asks, will you sign my Cheetos? Sapphire, I will give you a permit to post that YouTube video on what you're talking about, because that's kind of an inside joke on a YouTube video that exists somewhere. Don't ask. Let's see.
I like that Beamit asked a real question.
Kiro asked, Jesse, why can't you ask questions without skipping words? Well, I just didn't. So, also, I'm a little drunk.
Here's a good one from BT. Would you feel the same about streaming even if you had 0 viewers and chatters? Those dead periods, man. Those dead periods.
Admittedly, right now, I'm going through a bit of a dead period because I have absolutely no consistent schedule whatsoever, guys. In fact, my schedule is so inconsistent, it's just garbage. I wouldn't be able to keep up with my own schedule. So, honestly, though, I enjoy streaming because, I don't know, it's just something I personally enjoy. And I just keep going because I want to share my content and because it's something I love to do. regardless of people chatting or not. I don't think it would really matter to me now at this point. I think it would matter to me more in the beginning. It would be more discouraging if I was on a consistent schedule and people weren't really chatting. I don't know. It's hard for me to explain what I love.
That depends. The question is it 0 viewers or is it lurkers and inactive chat? Because
I'm assuming it's going based off chatters. It's
Yes.
admittedly it's kind of hard to continue on a stream when there's not many people chatting.
Yeah, but I would, like when we all started with 0 viewers, and that feeling where you're forced to put up a show where like nobody's watching, literally nobody, but in case somebody shows up, you have to. That's a completely different mentality than having people actually watching the lurking, where they might do homeworks or do whatever they want or cooking or whatnot, and they have this in the background, and it's fine. It's not the same mentality. Like getting literally 0 viewers is kind of depressing, and I wouldn't say I got 0 viewers, but definitely when you take a break and you switch games and you try to rebuild the community, and you have 3 viewers, that's it's harder when you used to have bigger numbers. But I think the lurking is still acceptable. The chat activity, that happens. It's fine. People are still watching most of the time, even if they don't necessarily talk in chat.
See, my thing is that I treat each stream like a million people are watching me. That's how I personally treat my stream. Like, so regardless if I have people chatting to me or
Yeah.
if I have,
There's the thing, if
you
you
know.
actually have the viewers that are not necessarily active in chat, that's fine. But if you have 0 viewers, that's a different mentality. Like if you stream for 5 hours with 0 viewers, Will started like this, and I don't know, and thank God I actually met a good friend on Twitch. I had 1 viewer when I started streaming, and that 1 viewer actually made my world, because that helped me go through, like, okay, let's stream for 6 hours, try to get new followers, and I had at least 1 guy watching me. That was really that was awesome. If I had 0 viewers all the time for 6 hours, obviously, if you do this every day, you I don't know. It would be
It's hard to keep the energy up if nobody's there. If you have nobody to interact with and you have nobody that you're trying to entertain, or nobody's watching the show, it's really hard to keep the energy up and keep going. That said, I would say 0 viewers is tough, but I mean, obviously, I think we all probably did it at one point or another when you first start streaming. But then I would say basically from 1 viewer to 8 million viewers is probably all the same to your energy level and what you're doing.
Yeah, I don't know. I try to be like the same as if a million people are watching me or 0 people are watching me, because that's what I feel works for me personally. Like, I don't know about you guys. Do you guys actually look at the viewer count or the chatter count? Or I know you guys. I know I even noticed there's an inactive chat, but I still just keep going because I just love the game and I want to keep going personally. But do you guys look at the viewer count or anything like that? Just curious.
No, I used to, not anymore.
Not anymore. What about you, Dr. Joey?
Probably just if it's slow, I might look to see what's going on. But no, I don't keep an eye on it at all.
Yeah, like that's my best personal advice, is that I just find, especially nowadays, is that my streaming schedule's been more and more sporadic to where I can't, how do I say, I can't expect a viewer base to grow on my sporadic streaming schedule. Now, if I was more consistent and being like, hey, like I used to be like, hey, I'm gonna start each time at 8 o'clock, and people are gonna be lurking in my channel at 8 o'clock, and people are gonna be waiting for me to go for 5 hours or so, I would be okay with that. And but if I was to go to 0 viewers from then, when I'm having a consistent streaming schedule and consistent thing for people to follow, I would probably be like, well, I guess this isn't working out for me or them. I would honestly feel kind of down. But like, if I have a sporadic streaming schedule, I gotta understand that I built my viewer base at night and then I'm streaming at day, or built my viewer base during the day and then they can't be there at night. And I gotta understand everybody's got their own things in life. Now, if you're doing a set schedule and things aren't still working out, and then I hate to say it, and I hate to be discouraging, but I think that's personally where I would draw the line, honestly. What about you, Milo?
See,
Here.
this is where I think I'm kind of the odd one out. I have been sincerely blessed. I have gotten, for as long as I've been streaming, which is a fair amount of months, I've gotten no trolls, and I've always had at least one chatter consistently active.
She doesn't count me as a troll. That's good.
It's even when I first started, I didn't just start streaming out of nowhere. I started streaming after I had been on other streams for a while. Like where I started was the, I don't know if everybody probably doesn't know this, but the Electronic Barbecue, which is Steffi Pie's channel, I started there and I became part of the community there. And from them encouraging me, I started streaming. So I already had viewers and chatters from there who would come watch me. So I never had a dead period, even in my beginning parts. But when I started to grow beyond that community and started to get my own community, there's never really been a period where I didn't have any like completely dead chats. Now, so far as viewers, I don't know. When I first started up to when I got this new computer, I wasn't able to check my viewer count because my laptop wouldn't have let me click out of the game. I know, it was such a potato, but it wouldn't have let me click out to even see what the viewer count was, so I couldn't have even if I wanted to.
How did you even stream?
I know, it was a miracle. But even now, I don't have the need or wanting to check how many viewers I have because I have an active chat. I have a wonderful community. And I guess that's why I'm pretty much the odd one out. I don't really have an opinion on dead periods. I mean, sure, there'll be moments, maybe like a few minutes where nothing will be happening on chat just because nothing's happening in the game, but I will still be talking as if something is going on in chat. That's probably more because I like to talk more than me trying to be entertaining, to be honest. I'm a talker.
I noticed.
Fuck you. But yeah, and okay, maybe it's wrong to say I haven't had any trolls, but I haven't had any successful trolls. Like once or twice, I'll have someone come in and be like, "This game is dumb." I'm like, "Oh my god, you can speak! Look at you!" Like I will. My strategy so far has been out troll the troll, and then you get a follow and a nice chatter. So I really haven't gotten any trolls. At least none that have been successful. None that I would call a troll is what I should say. But yeah, that wasn't really much of an opinion on the question, mostly because I can't really give a solid opinion on it, and I apologize.
There is solid advice to be taken from that, though, is that networking and talking to people even before you start streaming is probably a huge success to being a better streamer and growing your channel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, definitely. I wish, honestly, when I first started, I was dead for so many months. So, like, you know, is the fact that you had the barbecue to help you out and get started and whatnot, it was probably a great help that most people didn't have. So, kudos to you for not experiencing that dead period. Bitch. I mean, what? Love you, Milo. Waiting for her to cut me. Let's see. Real question. What kind of sound mixers and microphones do you use to improve sound quality? Junk. I use this piece of junk. It's a blue snowball. Honestly, I'm going to upgrade it very shortly with the donations received. Even sooner than I expected. But yeah, and I honestly don't have a soundboard, so I might invest in that as well. What about you guys?
Well, unless you're using like XLR microphone or not. But if you're using USB microphone, you can use Adobe Audition. But you have to bear in mind that you will get like a delay on your audio, so then you have to set up your webcam accordingly. So I can say I'm not sure what like you just get a good, good quality mic, and Adobe Audition can do the job then to equalize and boost the volume and whatnot without making too much noise.
So Milo, are you back? God damn it.
Yeah, relatively.
Okay, I was just calling you a bitch.
Okay.
That's all you missed. But anyways, what microphone would you recommend to improve sound quality? So,
well, first off,
I like how she's. Okay, I was about to say she's not even gonna respond to that. I was kind of pissed off.
Did you honestly think I wouldn't respond at least a little?
I was
Come
a
on
little
now, come on.
I was a little disappointed on how long you took to respond.
I was trying to think of something really good, but I realized a really good "fuck you" just works just as well. I really have no opinion on mics or shit like that, mostly because I know jack all about them. I've recently actually got into learning about computer parts, but that was out of necessity. I have a headset. I use a Logitech G150, and it does the job well enough. Before that, I was using a webcam mic for about a week or two, which isn't bad, but it kept trying to adjust the sound all by itself, which really fucked with the mic. Headset, this one at least, has been much more consistent, which is a lot nicer. I don't have to deal with like having to eat after every single break, have to go back and make sure the volumes are adjusted and all this extra bullshit that is like not necessary. Mics are just get a headset. Just get a headset. Until you can get a professional, nice mic, the headset works just as well. But I hear the something about a blue something or other, or Fox something or other microphone is good. You know, that one that I'm talking about,
Well, it depends the price you're willing to spend on it, because if you want XLR microphone, you also need to get a soundboard and some mixer. So
yeah,
that's a lot more money. If you just get a USB microphone like a Blue Yeti, that's fine. It's like usually
Blue Yeti, that's
in two phases. First, you have the headset, and then you have the Blue Yeti, and then you upgrade. But we're talking lots of, it's a wide range of prices. So.
Yeah, but an important thing to remember is you get what you pay for. Yeah. So if you see a mic, and this is true for anything that is, especially for streaming, if you see a mic that's cheap, don't necessarily think that's gonna be. You might end up just buying a new mic anyways in a couple of months because that one just crapped out on you.
If you have a good computer, you can, like a quality mic like Blue Yeti on USB, you can actually tweak it to sound really, really good with like Adobe Audition and stuff like this. But if you don't have a really powerful CPU, you're going to lag out. You're going to sound like a robot at times. But if your computer can take it, you can actually boost your. It's a pricey microphone in the first place. But if you don't want to spend like $300 or more on the mic and sound mixer and whatnot, you can actually use software enhancers.
Yeah. So again, just bottom line is do your research. There's no real one answer for this. It's get the mic that's best for you, that works for your price, and that will get the job done. But cheaper isn't always necessarily better, but more expensive isn't necessarily highest quality. So it's just research. Which is just work, and nobody wants to do that, so don't get any microphone. Just get a simple headset or
just
something.
Ask somebody that you're like, whoa, this person sounds absolutely amazing.
Yeah.
I need it.
That too.
Yeah. Which I would recommend a person called Raleigh LOL in the chat right now. She's great, and she knows everything about mics. So you should ask her your question.
I know, I want her on the podcast, but she said she can't do it.
Sammy, I'll do it for you. Sammy, you freaking gotta join his podcast. That's an order.
Oh, not so much Angel
He's gonna
anymore.
kill me. I'm dead.
Oh shit! I'm not getting involved in that. My
It was
God.
nice knowing you.
That was a nice
Holy
podcast, guys.
whoa!
Well, I'm
Whoa.
glad my last minutes on Earth. That was cool.
Slaythe, please.
I hope
No,
it was
no.
worth it.
Sammy,
Holy
Sammy, you're a fantastic caster. So please join his podcast. He's forced to deal with low quality casters like us. So please improve his podcast. Please.
Oh shit!
I'm the only Strava here. Milo and Doctor are awesome.
Don't.
Oh my
We're all
God! No,
scrubs.
are you
We're all
kidding
scrubs,
me?
really.
Look, I just got an insane donation drain. Took a lot of wild turkey. I don't think that's anywhere near professional.
Raleigh is here.
Oh my God, no, seriously, thank you guys, Slaythe, Milo, and Dr. J Lad for being here and putting up with my shit, and I'm so sorry. Let's see. The next question, how do you feel about auto-hosting bots?
Jesse
Fuck
loves them.
those. I
loves
swear to God.
Auto-hosting what?
Auto-hosting bots.
Where they have a bot where it'll just cycle through people to host.
Like, basically, if this person's live, they will cycle through and host this person.
I don't know about them, so
Basically, I've experienced it personally, where this person, like this, God damn it, BT, I don't know. Mostly because I asked it, BT, I hate this. Like, you don't understand my hate for auto-hosting until now, apparently. But I hate, with an abnormal passion, auto-hosting bots. If you want to host my channel, please do it yourself, and please acknowledge that I thank you for the goddamn host. Otherwise, you're just being an annoying, self-promoting person that I just you know what? I can't finish the rest of that sentence because I will probably go to jail.
I think the problem with them is that it's the idea behind it is good, but if you do something all the time and every time someone checks their Twitch, they see that you're hosting somebody, it's going to lose effect, and at that point, people just aren't even going to check out who you're even hosting, and then it defeats the purpose.
Yeah, like the thing is that I like to thank the person for hosting, and then I'm like, oh man, that person's an awesome streamer, and then they're not even doing anything to lift a finger. It feels meaningless when they host me, personally, and I don't think it was meant to be like that. I don't know.
Yeah, I think like auto host is to show love to the streamers that you personally enjoy. You put them on a list and you want to host them. But I think at some point, I do understand what you mean. Like, some people could take that to a malicious kind of intent. Though self-promotion isn't necessarily a bad thing, but I can see how it can be scummy in some parts.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It's one of those things. I don't mind it through donations. Kiro, go follow Kiro. Apparently, go follow Kiro. He's mindlessly self-promoting himself through donations. That fuck. But you know, as far as hosting goes, like I feel like you don't even have to lift a finger, and then it's like, oh hey, I want to promote everybody's stream. Like that's how I operate. I personally want to support everybody who's supporting me. And then when I find out that they're not even there lifting a finger to support me, they're just like, oh hey, I'm going to auto-host this person to death and promote myself. My name's going to show up on the stream if they have a host alert. And it gets obnoxious to me, personally. It's one of those things, it is what it is. I've talked to the people with auto-host and I'm like, hey, can you take me off your auto-host list? That's all I want. I'm not saying you don't have to come by my stream. If you're offended by that, I'm sorry. But please. God damn it, Samsonite D. God, damn it! Thank you for the $2 donation. You fuck. I swear to God, I will read all your donations later. Anyways, let's see. What do you guys feel about having the viewer count on the stream itself? Personally, I'm not a big fan of it.
I don't really see the point, but on PS4 you can't avoid it, sadly. For the people who stream through PlayStation 4, they have the viewer count that shows up whenever somebody tunes in, or well.
But like, what if you can't help it? What if you put it there yourself, intentionally meaning to put on?
I don't think it adds anything really.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, I don't know what that would do.
Usually, like, there's a rule on Twitch. Whenever you mention the viewer count, it will go down. People, I don't know. I'm like,
Yeah, because it's kind of a intentionally calling out lurkers in a way. You might not be doing it by name, but not everyone on your viewer list is going to be chatting, so you're calling out your lurkers in a way.
Yeah.
It kind of makes your viewer. It could make your viewer feel like just a number to like you don't see them as a viewer. You just see them as a way to get big. Like, my viewers don't matter, but the viewer count does. So come on in here, be a part of a number. That's not necessarily the vibe you want to give off.
Let's make it too much about numbers.
I think JC died, guys. So it's okay.
Carry on without me. Carry on, my wayward son.
Oh, he's still here. Never mind.
Damn it.
I thought it was our time to shine in the crowd.
Take over. No. Yeah. And those. What about? Okay, as a kind of addition to that, maybe they don't put the viewer count, but they do put like the last follower or the last person on to follow the stream or sub to the stream. What do you think about those? Not exactly the same, but they are in a backwards kind of way doing it.
I don't know. I'm a minimalist person, personally. I like... God damn it. Thank you, Kiro, for the $25 donation, you fuck.
Because he kept calling him a $1 asshole. He just had to show you up.
Fuck.
Anybody else want to take this one? Jesse's
Yeah.
having a moment.
I have that stuff. I have like the recent follower on my thing. I used to be minimalist. I used to just have like my face with the green screen pretty much, and then I decided I wanted something else that made it stand out a little bit more. I wanted to higher production value, I guess. So I put an overlay on there with that stuff. But I never even thought about it, to be honest with you.
It's not exactly doing the viewer count thing, but it is giving a spotlight to the last person who followed.
Yeah.
Not necessarily in a bad way. It's kind of a thank you for doing it.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it would make anyone uncomfortable. I've never really paid attention to that though.
My personal thing is that I don't mind it so much. Like I've gone to the minimalist route where I've taken away my overlay. And I don't want to, like, I don't know. I've taken away my overlay. I don't want to put too much on my game. Like, I've done just basically just game, like the 916 game, and then I do the chat, and then I do like the watermark and my webcam. I just don't like too much on my stream, period. So that's the only reason I have against it. I have nothing against, hey, this person is my last follower and I wanted to welcome them. Or it's easier for me to be like, hey, if I missed that follow notification, be like, hey, this is my lost follower or whatever like that, you know. So it's one of those things. I'm not against it. It's just personally not one of my things. I don't know. What about you, Slaythe? Do you last
I'm not
follower?
a fan of lasting notifications, like latest donations or latest followers. So I'm not a fan of that. So
like, is there any reason you're not a fan of
just
it?
from the chat, I'm not. It's just from the chat. I don't like having anything sticking on the the screen too much.
Oh, so you don't like having like anything permanent on the screen at all?
Well,
So-
there's the webcam and the overall
Well,
overlay, and
But things that like aren't a necessary part of the stream, like chat and webcam, I feel like you just gotta have. Nowadays, if you don't have it, you are either starting out or you're a speedrunner.
well, the only reason I have it is because of past broadcasting. It makes it a bit hard to follow for people who want to.
Yeah. So like chat and webcam. Uh-oh. Slaythe! Oh no!
Rip Slaythe.
Rip
I died.
Slaythe!
I'm
You
back.
died. You
You're
did
back.
die.
You're back. You're back alive.
I'm back.
You're back.
Alright. Yeah. So sometimes you get muted because of the in-game music, which is something I really despise.
Yeah. So
I'm gone again, aren't I?
No, you're here.
your voice
were-
is there, but your webcam kind of froze for like a second.
That's
You're
cool. I'm a ventriloquist. That's cool. I was hiding that talent. That's
So you just don't like having anything extra on your stream then?
yeah. I'm not a fan of it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a minimalist personally. Honestly, I understand. Like, you know, people want to, you know, be like, hey, this is the latest follower, this is the latest donation, you know, and they want to thank each and every one, you know, the latest person who's donated, and have their fair time on the stream. But it's just not a thing for me. I don't know. It's just a personal preference overall.
Yeah. And the thing that can be kind of bad with that, with latest followers and donations, is sometimes people can be abusive towards it. People can be assholes. Sometimes you may get a follow with someone who has a name that isn't necessarily something you want on your chat.
Yeah.
Or you can get someone who has recently donated and they donated under a name that isn't something you want on your stream. So it's a good thing to do to kind of give them, you like you said, Jesse, their moment. Give them some thanks, give them some recognition for it until it gets abused. I myself don't have the follower thing, but I do have the recent donators thing. It gives me like the latest 20 donators. And my donators have been kind enough to not abuse it, though now maybe someone will, but I don't think so. But until it gets abused, I would like to give some love to my donators, so I will leave it there. But it is always in the back of my mind every time I get a donation or a follow. I'm like, please don't be a dick. Like, don't put your name as something that is just gonna be an asshole-y thing to do. But,
Work. So,
except for Bill abuses it.
except for Bill. Wow. Anyways, ladies and gentlemen, let's see. Guys, we will be ending the podcast here. I believe this is all the time we have today. I am sorry. We have to end it somewhere. Guys, if you could, real quick, I'm going to start with you, Milo. Tell us what your channel's about. Guys, for those of you in chat who are following Milo or following Milo now, in fact, give us a spam of hearts in chat for Milo's affair. Oh my god, I am...
So drunk.
Shut up! Shut the fuck up. It's been a rough day for me, okay?
It's been a hard day, guys.
It's been a really emotional day for me, and I do so heartily apologize, but please show her some love. Oh my god.
Can you define rough day? Because last I saw you were
I
having a very
know.
good-
For real. God damn. I want to have a couple rough days myself.
Anyways, Milo, tell us what your channel's about. What you've been up to, what you've been doing, whatnot.
Right.
Oh my god.
Before, what did I say before? Currently playing Lego Lord of the Rings. I really enjoy it. It's nice being able to play through it. I am also doing, on occasion, trying to finish through Portal 2 co-op with Dingle that's there, being a dick. Then I do really casual streams. They're really casual. I kind of started getting a schedule, and I have a schedule now, but it's a come and go when I feel kind of deal. Jesse's done.
Sorry.
Yeah, I really have nothing else to add to what I'm saying. It really is a whatever kind of stream. Don't expect any professionalism on my thing.
Alright, word. Guys, ladies and gentlemen of the chat, if you can do me a favor, click that link, hit the follow button, and she's awesome. Just check her out. She thinks she's a deer. I don't know why. Anyways, guys, we have Dr. J-Lad. If you guys could show some hearts and love for Mr. Dr. J-Lad, 2 titles there apparently. And Dr. J-Lad, tell us what your channel's about. Tell us what you've been doing, what you've been up to, and what you are planning to do. And guys, if you can show us some hearts and show us some follows for Dr. J-Lad, please take your time out of your day to follow Dr. J-Lad.
Yeah, so pretty much I play anything. I play a lot of like Call of Duty and stuff like that. Well, I haven't been doing that lately. I've been playing a lot of Isaac, FTL, a lot of roguelike type games. I do that pretty much in first-person shooters, multiplayer games, stuff like that. I stream. I'll actually be streaming immediately after this. My usual time is 10 minutes from now, and then I'll go for a couple hours from then. So it's usually 12 a.m. Eastern time. So if you guys feel so inclined, follow. I'm usually on those times, at least during the weeknights. But yeah, I do a little bit of everything.
Word. Alright, dude. And once again, guys, in the chat, once again, please follow Dr. J-Lad. Excellent streamer, excellent broadcaster. I really enjoyed his channel. Please do check him out. Let's see. Last but not least, we got Mr. Slaythe here. Slaythe. My god.
My connection seems to be dying, so I'm gonna keep it short. So I live in France, so that makes my time zone, probably not optimal for Americans, but usually I stream at the end of the afternoon for Europeans, which is around like 2 for Americans, 2 p.m. for most Americans. What I play are games I actually like, games I know usually, unless it's a new game that I actually fell in love with. That happens on rare times. I do play some sort of RPGs and fighting games mostly, but yeah, and adventure games. That's pretty much what I play. And I have one of the best chat ever, so.
Alright, I really like this comment Kiro gave. Damn, so much sexiness, he's gonna make my nipples lactate, says Kiro, who is a guy.
They are
Guys.
all about you, Slaythe.
You know what,
Oh,
instead of hearts, can I get a Craigasm spam? Slaythe doesn't even know how to handle this. Oh my god. But no, seriously, please do take 30 seconds out of your day to follow him, to follow Slaythe. He's an awesome broadcaster. He wouldn't be on here otherwise. Guys, ladies and gentlemen, I want to thank you all for the donations, for the craziness. It's been an insane night. I don't know how to handle this, and I apologize. And I want to thank you all for coming out. Like, seriously. Fuck. Like, seriously, big shout out to, let's see, Clever Soul, Fox Soul. You know what, let me go ahead and drop his LinkedIn here, even though he doesn't like being shout out.
He likes being shout out.
And I know he didn't do it to be shout out, but Jesus Christ. It's been, like, because of him, I'll be able to upgrade the channel, I'll be able to upgrade my microphone, upgrade my capture card, and things like that. Thank you all for your donations, and I'm sorry for being emotional. I don't think I've ever been this emotional on stream.
Dude, don't apologize. This is a big day. It's nice. Good job. Oh. pero no llores. Come on, get it together.
Cállate, señorita. So, guys, it would be my honor if you guys in the Zoom call could post who you would like to raid, and then I will pick out who we raid.
Oh, like right now.
Yes.
Yeah, like
yes.
who's on.
Whoever is on right now, I will pick out who we want to raid from here. And I'm sorry, I can't really finish my sentences right now.
No, it's good. It's all right.
Oh my god.
Well, the icon
Oh,
is
yeah.
on. I think the icon would be a cool raid.
Yeah, just post it in the Zoom call and we'll figure out who we're gonna raid.
Well, my Google Chrome died, so
I got you.
thank you.
I know who he is.
Well, just to have it on.
Mm-hmm.
And those are mine as well.
Since I loved Icon and I love the other streamer, but since I've already rated them both, I'm going to go with this one.
All right.
Guys, if you guys could go ahead and jump into that channel and do me a favor.
Done.
And guys, for those of you in chat, if you can prep your raid call. And once again, I am so sorry for being emotional. So sorry for taking a little bit too much alcohol after that.
Emotion makes everything better, Jesse. Don't worry, it's fine.
I am so sorry. Like, you know, I don't like showing this, I guess.
Yeah, we thought you were this very professional, host. In fact, no, you're just normal.
Never.
I
come
feel
in.
bad to you guys on the Zoom call. Most of all, I apologize. But guys, real tears, you just got rated. Kiro, please. Oh my god. So guys, give me 1 sec. Let me get set up with a raid. Oh my god.
So who are we rating? I missed that.
It's the one that Jesse posted on the chat.
Yeah, I don't have the chat anymore because Google Chrome died. But I'll
Alright.
check it out after it stops.
We're going to, let's see. You don't have the Zoom call chat anymore?
Oh, I lost it somewhere. Let me see. Yeah, my PC is running slow. My brain's running slow. It's 6 a.m. It's insane. Yeah, pretty much. My eyes gave up entirely. I don't see anything.
It's just a glaze
God.
over of your screen.
I'm actually running out of battery on my wireless mouse. Dude, it's fantastic. It's
Oh my
Wow.
God.
Wow. Slaythe,
Please.
please.
Please, after this,
So,
go just knock out
guys,
somewhere.
once again, I want you guys to do me a favor.
You
Just
guys.
wait. Just do me a favor. Wait about 30 seconds till a minute after the broadcast, and then wait for me to drop my raid call, and then we will raid. I want to thank you all once again from the bottom of my heart. My God, you guys have broken me effectively. Like it's insane. I've never had such a feeling that you guys have given me today. Like real tears. You just got raided. You fucks. If you want to raid with that, that's your call. I don't care. But guys, I cannot thank you enough. I love you all. And it would be an honor if you guys raid with me. Alright. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much once again. I will see you over at this channel. Here you go. Once again, here's the raid call. Love you all. Take care. Good night.